और जिगर आ जाए यार, अकेला जा रहा है यार। सिखा दे भाई।
अब बताऊँ वैसे इसमें क्या आ गया, आप फ्राई पान फेंक भी सकते हो, किसी को मार भी सकते हो। जरा ये देख, इधर आ, ये देख, ये है ना, ये देखिए।
नहीं अपडेट आई है सर।
हाँ, कोई भी छुरा चाकू मार सकते हो। बात औकात होता है ना, आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, खाली मिली वेपन है, आप मिली वेपन से मार।
Marked a location. I got supplies. Marked a location. Marked a location. I got supplies.
चाहिए यार, मुझे चाहिए यार। यार ये देखो, ये पहले आएगा। ओ भाई,
I got supplies. Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a vehicle.
तुम रश करो यार, अगर किसी के पास रेड डॉट तो अलग रास्ते और आ जाए यार। तो नंबर 4 आ।
Marked a location.
वैसे ही गाड़ी करने हैं वहाँ
ये पता है।
Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location.
नियाजी आओ पुश करें आगे।
Marked a location.
वेट नंबर 2 वेट। रेड डॉट है, रेड डॉट दो। नंबर 2 रेड डॉट के होलोग्राफिक दे दो।
No.
आ जाओ ऊपर आओ ऊपर आओ ऊपर आओ। ऊपर आना यार, ऊपर आना। गुड शॉट यार, गुड शॉट।
तो पता नहीं क्या हो गया।
प्लेयर गन मिल गई लास्ट टाइम पे।
चला दो। हाँ
AWM चाहिए बस। नंबर 4 क्या शॉटें हैं यार आपके पास तो AWM है यार। बहुत शॉटें ग्रोजे। मेरे भी ड्रॉप में से चल रहा है AWM। वो जा रहा है भाई।
Watch out!
M249 अगर किसी ने उठानी है तो उठा लो। आओ भाई ढूंढे हैं बंदे।
Marked a location.
क्या है मार्क लोकेशन में?
Okay. Marked an airdrop.
यार गाड़ी आओ ले आओ यार। क्या कह रहा है? क्या कह रहा है? क्या
Marked a vehicle. Marked a location. Form up. Excellent work. Form up. I got supplies. I got supplies. Marked a location. Marked a location.
एक नॉक है, इधर आ जाओ। 2 नॉक। इजी आओ, इजी।
Marked a location.
हाँ, 2 बंदे नॉक हैं।
Marked an open door. Marked a location.
वो भाई ना जाई, ऊपर ऊपर ना जाई। ये तीनों पीक लेके बैठे हैं।
Actually win this one, and I did like a couple of World War II references, the Battle of Stalingrad. I love the fact that you love your history. It is going to be weekendy, there is going to be a lot of snow, and soon that snow is going to turn red.
Well, let's see the snow turn red right now, and I guess you guys are going to be the one coloring it.
Thank you, thank you. I don't know who the color caster is. I guess you were the color caster over here, but yeah, I'm just ready. I love Vikendi. We saw Vikendi. See you, Johnny. The Vikendi we saw yesterday was not something we expected. It was action off the bat.
We were thinking it's going to be a slow start, a slot start, as Ocean likes calling it, but we did see a couple of team eliminations, I think, within the first 5 minutes. So expect some of the same action as we get ready for game number 2 on the final day of the finals over here in the PMPL South Asia Season 2. And as always, all your favorite players are going to be on your screens. The question is, can you pick your favorites?
My favorites, look, here's the thing, right? We got Abrupt Slayers still on top, 181 points. We have A1 Esports clinging on to the second spot at 155. And we have Team Bublu, right? And they're in the third position at 153. Deadeye's guys, DRS Gaming, 7C Esports. All these 3 teams have a chance, have an opportunity to get that coveted top 3 spots. Maybe not the first spot, but at least the third spot. So, I'm not expecting anything quiet. Like you said, these beautifully white fields of snow will be painted red. And I'm going to call it. It's going to be a very, very quick game indeed when it comes to the action. It's going to be starting off from Vihar, ending all the way towards the hot springs next to Kantra.
I mean, the hot springs is where you want to be on a map like this, but of course, the agenda is different. We aren't vacationing, we are trying to kill everyone that stands in our path. Now, as all the teams are going to be dropping off to their favorite drop spots, you know, you did kind of mention that expect some early skirmishes. I am going to have to go on the other foot over here because I feel it's going to be a slower start because, again, something that I did notice in Erangel was teams initially weren't really taking chances. We saw a lot more players alive in the latter stages of the game as compared to, you know, days gone by.
Except for one caveat that's going to be coming into... Oh, never mind. I
well,
was about to say, the circles was going to screw everyone over, but no, it's going to be a very landmass of focus circle, although the castle is still inside of you know, the safe zone. But taking a look at where all the teams are, it's not going to be too much of a hassle for most of these teams. I think they're going to be very comfortable. However, if you look at the eastern, the southeastern part of the map, there is a cluster of teams. That could be a problem. That could be something which could kind of ruin their day.
It could indeed, and it looks like we finally have someone dropping in at the castle play, and that someone is going to be Baba from Stalwart Esports, so that's going to be exciting to see if the circle is going to favor them later on. But yeah, you were talking about that cluster on the the southeastern aspect of the map. We have a lot of teams over there. We have ASL, we have PN Crew, Team Bublu are going to be, well, running around willy-nilly, and pretty much the northeast part of the map is empty. Now, I was going to expect a few teams to drive up to the Cosmodrome, and of course, I do believe Jean Mara could be heading there, but looks like they are going to be happy chilling out in Podwasto. No pun intended.
There is a team towards Dino Park, and I feel like that's something which I think it's Venom. Venom are towards Dino Park. I think it's Rawfoot. That could make you a happy camper.
Well, now here's the thing. It will make me a happy camper, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see any action at the Dino Park. So if there are any fans out there who want to walk with the dinosaurs, not this time.
Not this time, indeed. You know, the thing with dinosaurs,
unless
like
Pubg Mobile kind of, you know,
introduces like mecha dinosaurs, I don't mind. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, every one of us watched Jurassic Park. Oh, dinosaurs look so incredible. But as science has progressed, we've now realized that most of them did have feathers. So for some reason, as terrifying as a T-Rex would have looked back when you were younger,
pretty sure
now they look like a very big chicken.
I'm pretty sure if you do see one in front of you, we are pretty much going to be crapping our pants. But right now, let's see if any teams are going to be doing the same, as again everyone is dropping down in their safe spots. And you know, we did see a cluster down towards the southeast initially, but right now it looks like P and Crew are the only ones who are going to call Cement Factory home, as all of the teams are going to be circumnavigating, you know, all these areas that are already occupied. Remember, they do their homework, so they know the Cement Factory is going to be occupied, and you know, why take that chance? Why risk losing members early on? So that is why teams like ASL, they've moved further up north towards Peshkova, and well, Team Bublu, they in fact have moved further towards the coast.
They have indeed, and So much on the line for a lot of these teams, right? There's so much on the line for them.
Man, the 3 global championship spots, I mean, that is going to be the big thing, isn't it? I mean, that is what they're fighting for.
But what kind of... I wouldn't say surprises me, but what disappoints me a little bit. Some of the teams who are in the bottom half of the table, where, let's be real, their chances of getting a top 3 spot, it's pretty much done.
Got you.
You got nothing to lose, apart from money, right? But now's a chance where the pressure is a little bit off your shoulders, where you just pop off and make life miserable for some of the big dogs. We saw this with Fnatic, I think, a few months ago during PMPL South Asia early this year.
We did indeed, and you know, we've been talking about it, like we like calling it targeting, right? Because, well...
If you're not targeting, you're doing something wrong.
You are, because, I mean, I get it, you know, everyone wants to win, but of course, some of these boys are friends in the game and outside, so, you know, a little bit of help every now and then doesn't help. Of course, I'm not saying you should team up. What I'm saying is, I want to see some drama. I want to see... I don't want it to be an easy win for the guys on top, right? I want it to be razor thin right till the end.
Absolutely. And for me, when it comes to targeting, I think I'm very, very outspoken in my opinion of that.
Go for it.
If your aim is to get that chicken dinner, you want to eliminate some of the big teams out there early on. What's wrong in doing that early in the game?
Now, that's the thing, because if you do take a fight with the big dogs early on, chances are it might not go your way every single time. So, you know, you got to weigh the pros and cons.
But you have nothing to lose right now for some of these teams.
That is true, but then again, we did talk about that money, right? Now, money is something that motivates all of us. It pretty much drives us all, and when there you have it, we have the first casualty. Well, not the casualty, the first one down on his knees. The shots did come from Jean Mara, and looks like Jivan Crazy is the one who is down. And well, there you have it, Wang with first blood, and... ASC, a similar start to the last game. They did lose that same member early on, and, well, they kind of fizzled out after that.
Yeah, ASC have been a team who have been very quiet, but I feel the team that we need to talk about a little bit here. Oh, hold on. Wang is coming under a bit of fire, and ASC, I think they've had enough. They're looking for the fight, but while they are attacking John Mara, they're getting shot from behind by Barber from Stalwart Esports. Wang, he needs to heal himself up, and Muffin's going to be dropped. He got a little too overeager there, and now Gunner and Extreme looking to find the third player. Kurkurek is going to be found out with that MAC-10, and with that, I do believe ASC are now going to be down to the one lone man standing, and that is going to be Hanuel, and it's nowhere to be found, nowhere in the vicinity, and is driving far, far away.
Hanuel was going to come in and back up his teammates, but looks like he did stop about a couple of 100 meters off from this fight that is breaking out right now. Korkure has already dropped pretty much all his stuff that he had in his little backpack as, well, he knows the relief team is not going to be coming through. There you go. He is going to leave a trail to where his final crate is going to be formed. I like that. Maybe, you know what, they are going to see him crawl off to a direction, and he's left all his loot over here. He doesn't want to give his opposition anything from his backpack. I like that. I kind of like that. I mean, he knows it's done for, but this is his last-ditch effort of, you know, shutting down that team.
Absolutely. You do whatever it takes to make life as miserable as possible for your opponents. Before the action broke out, there was one team I did want to touch upon, and one particular storyline, which you've seen transpire time and time again, is how there are certain teams who have a fantastic run during the group stage, and when it comes down to the finals, they just don't show up. They just don't show up. Now, there could be multiple reasons for that. It could be nerves. It could be the pressure. Sometimes when it's a LAN event, it could be the LAN pressure as well. But the one team that comes to my mind is T2K. T2K SG alongside Future Station, DRS, and Deadeye guys. Deadeye's guys were the 4 teams, alongside Team Bubblue as well, and 7C2, who... all of the analysts, the segment where I was sitting with the analyst guys, when I was sitting with them, they're like, these are the teams you need to talk about. They're going to be great. And here's the thing. Future Station, they showed up. Sure, they're not in the top 3 right now, but they have shown that they can hang with some of the best out there. DRS, 3rd place right now. Deadeye's guys, 4th position, 4th or 5th position at the moment. Where is T2K?
Now, the thing is, T2K currently are the 10th position with just 101 points to their name.
It's not enough.
It is not enough because, well, the leaders are going to be 80 points ahead of them. Now, that if you do some maths, right, if we say, all right, you need an average of 20 points just to catch up with them per game, that means you need at least 30 points per game to overtake them. So that does look like it's going to be a dicey situation.
And you're also going to rely on the fact that the top 3 teams don't get more points, because they're going to be accumulating points as well. Teams like A1, like, sure, they had a slow start to the game here today, but to the day rather, but they're going to be looking for some kill points over here. They don't want to lose that second spot. It is very, very precarious, the position they're in right now. Anyone can take over them. So yeah, I have to say, like, we always have these 1 or 2 teams who kind of choke when it matters the most. And I feel like, unfortunately, T2K have the ignominious title of being that. We have an M249 getting dropped in suppressor as well. Tasty.
You know, when we talk about choking in a game, right? I mean, there are a lot of factors will factor in. Of course, the nerves.
It's a very general term.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that the player is bad. It's just that, you know, well, something did not go in his favor. It could be the nerves. Maybe it's a little bit of a shaky start. But anyway, ooh, wow, that was a pretty neat shot in that tiny window. Looks like Wang was spotted out, and well, the opposition over there, Stalwart Esports, are just going to make sure that they do not peek out that window. And of course,
I want to see Wang with a bigger gun.
Yes, you do. Well, I think he's going to have to do...
It would be fitting.
He has a bigger gun on his backpack. There you go.
You know what I mean? I want an
AWM.
AWM. I want an ARM. I want an M24. I feel like it'd be very fitting for him.
Well, talking about an M24, Stalwart Esports, Baba is the one who is going to have the sniper rifle in his hands. Let's see if he... Ooh, he could have spotted the enemy out over there. I think Jean Mara could have been in a bit of trouble over there, but he's going to switch to his MP5. And, well, this man on our screens is Malik. Now, Malik, again... He is one of those players that, you know, survives up until the end. He is good at starting fights, and he's good at ending them. But Stalwart Esports, again, they're a team that haven't had the best of days, especially in the finals. They are in the 13th position with 94 points, although they did win one chicken dinner.
They did. Yeah, but one team who have impressed me a lot, who were super quiet on day one and even the majority of day two, P and Crew. They were at the bottom of the table.
And talking about P and Crew, they're the team that actually set that bar, you know, in week one, 19 kills to their name. And wait a second, I just lost my chain of thought because
that was a loud shot.
I just heard an M24 pop up. The question is, did it hit its target or not? Well, I'm pretty sure we are going to see some action further on as all the teams are now pretty much comfortable inside the circle. And again, in true Vikendi fashion, as we did kind of anticipate, it is going to be a slow start. Yeah. All the teams are going to be happy holding their compounds, fortifying them
except
down.
Except for Mr. Hanwell.
Well, Mr. Hanwell is going to be hiding probably in the attic of one of these rooms, while the other teams are going to be ransacking the place, so to speak. But again, it all depends on where the circle is going to go. 7C are still holding on to their position just north of Dino Park, hoping that the circle is going to shift down south. But there you have it. Dino Park is still going to be a bit in play, as Willa is now going to be the center of attention as far as this circle goes. And again, all the teams are pretty much comfortable. And talking about Hanuel, I don't think he's going to move for the next circle or two.
Yeah, he's going to get spotted out. He's like, I wonder if anyone out there, and guess what's looking at him? It's an M24. It's an M24 staring straight into his soul.
And you wanted a big gun. Somebody let Wang know that, well, something big is dropping in from the sky, and it is an AWM. It is pretty much right next to T2KSG, so I would want one of them to actually go and pick up that VFG. But
I love the first-person view. I'm a first-person view model guy.
I mean, that is, in my opinion, a first-person shooter, as we call it. That's the way the game is supposed to be played. But anyway, I love the fact that, you know, we have all these different perspectives. It makes it challenging because, you know, each perspective play has its pros and cons.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
It all comes down to, you know, how you use it to your advantage. But right now, Baba, I think he has an idea where Hanuel is, and Hanuel, he doesn't have many options right now. He does have a massive compound all to himself, but if he does get rolled up on, it could be problematic.
I love the little Egyptian motif on the back of his backpack. It's a little out of place in Vikendi.
Also, if you think about it, he is dressed as a mummy. It looks like he's ready for an early grave. I don't want to say that right now.
Or he could be looking to unleash the curse of the mummy all over everyone.
But let's be realistic. I like the fact that, you know, all the players, they do change their outfits according to the maps. That is going to blend in with the snow.
Except for the gold. Maybe not the gold.
Maybe you should lose the bag at that time because that is going to be shining. But right now we have a fight breaking out finally as T2K are going to come under fire by HV as Cooney is going to go in for the kill. He wants to knock out Skylight's YT. He does get the knock, but he gets taken down instead by Jane. Now Venom is coming in for some assistance as well. He does spot the enemy. Aussie is going to be taken down by the G36C courtesy of Venom Jane. The reload should be coming in as Havoc is now the last member from High Voltage. The question is he going to come in for the fight or is he going to cut his losses and move away? Because this is problematic. Assassin is far, far away. He is coming in, but it might just be a bit too late. There we have it. Assassin is going to come into the fray from the right side as Havoc
needs to make a play.
Go in for the revive.
No, he needs to make a play right now, if you ask me, XP. Like,
they need to finish them off quickly.
He's opted out, and instead Havoc, well, he's just waiting, and unfortunately, that little bit of a window of opportunity he had. He might catch Frankie. He might catch Frankie, but no. He runs out of bullets, has to swap over to the Bison. And now his position compromised as Assassin is getting shot at from another angle. And now they need to do... They're in a bit of a pickle here. They're getting shot from behind. They're getting pinned down outside the compound as well. And the fight has to be taken. Assassin pushing in with AK-47. He needs to get the trade. He's going to find one. He's going to find two. But he's not able to get the third. And that is going to be the team getting wiped out as T2K will survive.
Now expect Deadeye's guys to be moving in the position. There you have it. On top is moving in for the kill because they smell something. They smell some carnage, and now they want to come up and mop up all the survivors. There you have it. He's going to spot the enemy anytime now, and a few shots are going to be let loose. But have a look at that. Elementrix want to join in as well. Mr. Hyozu driving right in on top's position. He almost got knocked down, surviving with a sliver of HP, but Wadu comes in from behind, gets a knock. On top is going to make sure he finishes off with the M4. Now, we don't have 2 teams. We have 3 teams who are going to be fighting this out. T2K, they've got to get their act together as Jane gets blown to bits by a grenade by blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 indeed. And look at how low Light is as well. And Deadeye's guys, they're not going to run away from this fight. They want these kills. And over the corpses of high voltage, this battle is just continuing to tear crap up.
Well, as blah, blah, blah takes out another member with the grenade, have a look at Deadeye's guys. They have that hilltop advantage, so they are not going to move in just yet. They're going to make sure they read the kill feed, and they're going to make sure that they're only, one squad that is left over here, so they can come and basically, well, pick like vultures as to whatever is left. But now the circle, everyone is going to be shifting in. Blah, blah, blah realizes, you know what, this is a bit too much. Sonim is lost, and Orange was, of course, taken out as well. He's the last man standing for his team. Not what they wanted, Blay. Again, in true Vikendi fashion, everyone, you should assume that all compounds are taken.
Indeed. And, well, talking about invaders coming on in, it is going to be Deadeye's got the Shifu peeking out a little wide. He probably wasn't expecting all 4 players of T2K to still be up and standing. And they are looking to hold on to this building of theirs. They're not going to allow anyone inside without at least giving a bit of a fight. Nice return nade from, I do believe, from Rated Sir, as he will get the res onto his teammate. Shifu will be off his knees. Now it's a 4v4. And this compound, I do believe, XP, it's going to be the grave for at least a couple of teams, or maybe not. I can appreciate this. I can respect this. This is a fight not worth taking, and they're going to leg it.
Well, they are legging it. Looks like they are going for greener pastures. In fact, they are heading for a drop and the compound, which is going to be next over. And Hanuel finally is going to be spotted by Stalwart Esports, and Barber is the one who's going to put him to the ground, which means Asadius Esports are out in the 15th position without any kills to their names. Now, Deadeye's guys, they did make a good decision to, get a compound for themselves. Being out in the open in Vikendi could be a bit problematic from time to time. Now, expect again a long-range skirmish to take place without much effect, but it looks like AJ has found Sonim. He takes him down. That means DRS are now unloading on Elementrix.
This particular, it's like a game of pass the ball. It's like a team takes a fight, they fall back, another team takes a fight with them. But honestly, except
that it's not a ball. They're juggling with live grenades over here.
Yeah, and at one point it's going to explode. And yeah, DRS placed the 4th at the moment. Bubble has taken over them, so they'll be looking to get that spot back. AJ takes a little bit of a bullet. It's just a little bit of a shrapnel wound. He's going to be okay with it.
I do believe, are DRS 4th or are they 5th? Because I do believe they had something like 138
Oh, they're
points.
5th. They dropped
are
down.
5th, right?
They got 0 points in the previous game.
Oh, that's why. They have fallen down, so they need a good game right now if they want to make sure that they stay in the top 5 and, well, hopefully climb to the podium positions as well. But right now, they are going to be content with that 1 kill to their name. As again, see, all these teams, they're just fortifying, they're solidifying their positions. They are waiting. Mafia Ninja is one sneaky guy. He is a ninja.
He doesn't even need his hands.
Just look up. The way he placed that gas can over there, if anybody comes in, he's got his aim on it. He is going to make them go boom.
I love it. And you got to realize he needs to do that because he's nowhere near the rest of his teammates. Fortunately for him, there's no one in the immediate vicinity, but we can clearly see where Team Venom are, all 4 together. As we will take a look at the next zone. Request production. Yeah, there we go.
It's going to go down towards the southwest. I have a feeling 7C are going to be the happiest bunch or the happiest crew right now on this map because the circle should be shifting down south.
Castle
is...
You
want to call it 50-50?
Yeah, let's call it 50-50.
All right, bump it. Yep. Boom. There we go.
Not too drastic. Not too drastic. A very safe circle for everyone, right? And like you said, 7C is still going to be happy
They have
with this.
Tower all to themselves.
PN Crew. I've been enjoying watching the past few games. They have been so aggressive. And Ayush being the recon guy. He might get spotted out, though he hasn't been yet. He can hear the vehicle. He could blow them up. If the timing is perfect and he's going to spot them out, he's going to find one, but he in turn gets dropped. Quick reply coming in.
Well, when an M249 is going to be in play, that's what you're going to expect.
That's like a knockout punch from Tyson in his prime. But Sandesh on top of the roof, he's going to provide covering fire. This is brilliant work from Sandesh. He's not able to get the drop, though, and he's not able to save his teammate. Ayush will unfortunately, well, find himself 6 feet under. And PN Crew, I like the aggression, but unfortunately, they will get nothing out of it.
You know how us gamers, we are in the habit of reloading a weapon. Even if you shoot a single shot, that reload was a problem because I do believe he could have got that knock on the opposition over here, but looks like DRS Mafia Ninja is still going to be in his position as Venom Legends are going to be facing T2K. Now, T2K surprisingly did decide to move because, of course, well, the zone did force them out. They have fended off against 2 squads. I do believe they have about 5 kills to their name. There you have it. 3 from one and 2 from another. Now, Venom Nightwing is going to be on his knees as smokes are going to be deployed, screening from the opposition, and a lot of smokes as well, but a few lucky shots in the smoke are going to find Nightwing. He does lose a little bit of HP. Expect a few grenades coming in. One thing that is going to surprise me is why is T2K clumped up in this corner right now? Why aren't they moving to the main villa? They need to get as many angles as they can because now Rafat and Nightwing have done the same. That means they can open up more angles on the teams trying to push in.
Indeed. In the meantime, there is a little bit of a skirmish breaking out between ASL, the Abrupt Slayers, the king of the hill right now, and Team Bablu. And I agree with you. Okay, hold on. Zibyan's going in for the kill, but he needs to be careful. He is exposed out in the open, and Joker's ready and waiting to find anyone who's going to be pushing on in towards Leon's position. They're going to spot a player out, but he sees 3 players looking in his direction. The moment he pops his head, there's going to be bullets straight between his eyes, so he can't risk it. Yep, there you go. He just can't risk it. He can only watch as his teammate Leon will be taken down. I love the aggression from Team Bubble, working like a pack of rabid wolves, and they are rabid indeed. They're going in for the kill, and ASL, they can't reply back.
Well, with that grenade, with that Molotov, they are going to be setting up the attack as well. Chari gets Danny this time, and now that is going to be devastating. They messed up that vehicle, and with that, 2 people have gone down. Chari with a beautiful spray takes out Teen Wolf, takes out Tyrant, and that vehicle is going to go boom any second. But now this is when ASL need to go in for the push. The blue zone, mind you, is going to be doing its damage as well. Blay, Team Bablu just shot themselves in the foot.
They punched themselves in the testicles. That was brutal. Leon finally falls, but the play zone... How quickly the tables flipped. Wow. How quickly the tables flipped. I thought ASL was screwed.
And let me tell you one thing. All the blame is going to go on the driver because he did kind of mess up a little bit.
And even the nade, which he tossed in, it was a little too... It was way out in the open, way too... maybe a little too complacent, overconfident, but let's hold on. Let's take a look at what's happening over here. T2K are getting attacked by Venom, but a drop does come in. Jane trying to pull off a few heroics here, trying to go for the jumping shot, and he might just land in the corner. If Rafa's going to be hiding, he's going to take the fight, and he's going to lose it as Jane is on a tear. And with that, T2K are going to wipe out Team Venom, and more impressively for me, XP, they've survived multiple team fights right now. They have 9 kills to the name, and they haven't lost a single player.
3 squads to be exact, all 4 members intact. This is the T2K that we were talking about, and well, they have finally shown up to the party. Let's see if the domination spree continues in the next games as well. They might just make it to the top, especially if they take out the big boys at first. Now, sights are going to be rolling in as well as Wadu Sir is high atop his perch over here. He does have vision on the enemy, of course, not letting any shots loose because he's got to be careful. Just below him, we have Future Station. Also, since Deadeye's guys are playing from the periphery, from the edge of the circle, they've got to be extra careful because then all sides, everyone's attention is going to be on them. So if they want to fire a shot, mind you, they need to go in for the kill. Someone needs to be in a car ready to move in.
Indeed. And you can clearly see, I like how patient Deadeye guys are being, because like the Siberian tiger waiting in the snow, not showing a bit, waiting for the prey to congregate together and then jumping in for the final kill, and I love the patience.
I like one thing. The way Vadu is getting all that information right now, I'll come back to my point in a second once DE is back up on our screen because Mafia Ninja is going to be unloading on T2K. It looks like they are tangoing with the 4th squad. Once again, Mr. Boro is going to knock out Zibyan, and with that, Team Bablu eliminated in the 13th position with just a kill to their name. Now, 7C Esports are going to be tangoing as well as Skylights has been taken out. Frankie needs to move out quick. Jane is going to be lying bleeding on his knees, and DRS is going to join in the fight as well.
T2K, they survived so many fights, but it looks like this could be it. Venom he does have company in the form of Frankie, but doesn't matter. They're going to be wiped out. 7 seas. They sail the seas of death. They fly the flag high, and they're going to win the duel. And T2K, 10 kills, a much better performance from what we've seen from them many a time, but it's not going to be enough.
However, getting a total of 11 points from the game is not something that they wanted, especially with the way they have been playing. They haven't just impressed us. I'm pretty sure all the people watching at home would be happy that T2K have finally shown up. Maybe the next 3 games could go in their favor. We're going to have to wait and see.
It's kind of unfortunate how many team fights they had to take, right? And most of them were unforced. They were not looking for the fight. The fight came to them.
There you go. Now, over here, this is the mistake they made. They should have stuck to a compound because that was what was working for them. They came out in the open and, well, paid the price. Looks like Wadu is going to get an angle on one of the oppositions as the on top tries to make his way in. Badrev missing all his shots. DE's Shifu is taken out elsewhere by Razur from sights as Ghost is going to be unloading on top as well. Looks like Deadeye's guys are in a bit of trouble.
No. They have a player in the safe zone. They have a player in the circle. They have them pincer down. And like you said, tigers don't hunt in packs, but these tigers are running like a pack of rabid animals.
However, when you have packs of wolves around in the form of sights, you've got to be very careful. And it looks like the man who was separated is down on his knees. So, again, maybe in the snow you should be playing as snows. Now, Rated is going to go in for the revive. Makes it in time, but again, they were coming under fire, especially with Molotovs being lobbed in from sights. They want to make sure they get their kill point. But it looks like on top is going to be picked up as Giro Fair from Jean Mara is going to be opening up on Kashuf, knocking him down and putting him in the ground as well. Season tries to find Chari. He's going to go around the tree from the right. Does finally get the knock with that PP Bison, taking some fire himself. Quick finish over here, and now he's going for more. He does find Heaven, and he's going to take out Heaven as well. Man, this guy is on fire. Like I said, it's hunting season is on.
Hunting season is on, and ASL are finding themselves in a season in the abyss, as we do have another house fight breaking out. It is going to be Stalwart Esports facing off with John Mara. John Mara, player down, one player very low. And Malik, I do believe, is all by his lonesome over here. Baba should be in the vicinity as well, but he's a little far away. And this is a fight that he can't afford to take all by his lonesome. He needs to wait for backup, as Elementrix will be the 11th team in the meantime to be eliminated. Again, a very low fragging game from them. And Malik trying his desperate best to keep danger at bay. He can find one. He will find one. He could be looking for more. He knows there's at least a couple players, and they're hunting him down. He's got to take the fight, but there are going to be 3 players shooting at him. He's got to get another knock, but it's all he's going to find. And with that, Malik will be put down and out. And Baba is going to be the last man left standing for Stalwart.
Now, we saw something. Baba actually went for the... Wait a second. On top, there's a grenade coming towards you.
He's good.
But it hasn't done much effect. But right now, Future Station, they are going to find themselves a little bit of a pickle over here. They are at the edge of the circle towards the north, in fact. And now they are going to come under heavy fire, courtesy of the sights. They do have to be careful because on the right, we have DRS Gaming as Baba. Wait a second. He is on a domination spree. I mean, he's the last man standing, but he is not one to back away from a fight. 3 quick kills to his name as the play zone is going to engulf Extreme from John Mara. P and Crew out in the 10th position with just 3 kills to their name.
ASL are out as well. Joker is going to fall to the blue, and with that, they have just 2 kills. 9th position. Look, they're going to hold on to their first spot, but again, like, you want to capitalize on it. It's been kind of a very placid game coming out from ASL. A1 as well. Haven't seen them around much, but they have all 4 players left alive so far. The circle is shrinking in further and further. DRS in a very comfortable position. We have Skype as well on the periphery as a little bit of a... This is a standoff here, and Deadeye's guys down inside of this little pit are getting sandwiched.
Talk about being in the valley of death, because at one end they have Future Station, and well, at the other end, John Mara is going to be dropping in as well with a few shots of their own. Deadeye's guys have to be careful. Have a look at Baba.
Hello.
He is right next to him. Remember, he is the last man standing, and well, those tents are going to help. That grenade comes in. It does a little bit of damage, but luckily it ricocheted off that bar over there. Otherwise, Baba could have been in a world of trouble. Now the first aid is going to come in. On top is going to deploy some smoke because he does want to back up towards his teammates. But the thing is, the situation they are in, he has to go either towards Future Station or towards Stalwart Esports. Not a lot of options for Deadeye's guys over here.
Not a lot of options, and like you said, a proverbial rock in a hard place, where both the rock and the hard place have a lot of weaponry to work with. On top, I like it. He's going to deploy a lot of smokes, use that opportunity to sneak in and join his teammate, that is Shifu. He's going to try and use that opportunity to creep on up at Future Station. 3 plays ready and waiting. The Molotov is going to come on in. That's going to make life a little miserable. They're burning alive, but it's a little too deep. And I like what Future Station is doing. He's just going to leg it. Just going to go for the drive.
He gets
Shifu sure is going to find Bad Rev, and he's going to get taken down. And Shifu is bleeding out. He's taking so much damage. but he's gonna take them down and running. They're running with the tail stuck between their legs, and Shifu, so somehow he stays alive and he gets a couple of knocks.
Well, all that Kung Fu training is coming in effect, but he finally does get taken down after taking not one, but two from the team of Future Station. Sights Ghost is the one who takes him out. Baba is going to fall to the play zone, which means Saltwood Esports are out in the 7th position with 4 kills to their names. Now, we are down to the final 6 teams. 18 people are alive as Giro Fair is going to be making his way toward the circle. 7 kills for the boys from Jean Mara. That is a good outing for them. Sights, now they do have the good position in the circle, but they have to fend off against 2 members of Jean Mara. Giro Fair and Wang are coming in. Wang gets taken down. Giro Fair is going to be the last man standing as Razur is going to be relentless with indiscriminatory fire in that direction. And there you have it. That's all she wrote. Jean Mara out of the game in the 6th position.
Scythe are the reapers of these white fields. Souls, players' bodies dropping by the wayside, and they're looking for more. A1 Esports, mind you, they're still in the running. They have a couple of players who are bleeding out, but look at Scythe. No, they have no fear. They have no fear. They're just looking to take the fight to anyone they can find. But A1, they have a little bit of fortification here, a metal fortification. The DRS kind of spread out, but we're down to the final 4 teams.
Down to the final 4 teams, and Future Station look good right now, but just as I said, that Machine does take out Galzin, but he is taken out instead by AJ. DRS need to act quick because, well, they need to make sure they eliminate Future Station if they want to stand a chance to win this game. That is going to be the first hurdle they need to cross. Elsewhere, Sights are going to be unloading on A1 Esports, making sure that they keep them at bay. Well, there we have it. 6ix9ine is the first to take out Phobia, as Ghost is going to retaliate with a knock on Sinister. Now, 2 fights are breaking out elsewhere. Razor is in a good position. Now, the question is, should he pick a fight with DRS or should he eliminate A1 Esports first? Because A1 is going to be coming in hard, and Mafia Ninja finds Machine and finally takes him down. Razor from the other side almost putting him down onto his knees.
Indeed, he was. Steel Shot, the final man remaining. He's got to have nerves of steel right now as a bullet just whizzing past his head. A169, who's going to find himself on his knees. Jax replies back, fighting Ghost. But AJ, meanwhile, joining the fray. 2 players down for Sky. They have only Razur remaining. And DRS are going in for the kill. They're going in for those kill points. They should be wary, though, because A1 Esports are still in the running. However, 2 of them are on the knees. And Sinister, he needs to get the res in right now.
AJ is on a rampage. Love the fact that he is using that first-person perspective. He's going with the kill. Sinister on such low HP. He needs to pick himself up, but Razor is going to be shooting in the distance. AJ is going to spot him out, and AJ, in fact, is going to take him down. That means Sights are still going to be holding on by a thread, and that thread is Ghost. But any second now, Ghost is going to be living up to his name as he's going to put into oblivion. No! He almost got the knock away, but he gets taken out. That means we are now down to the final 2, to the final 1, and looks like, Blay, we have a winner. Now, the question is, was it DRS? It was DRS.
It was DRS. It had to be DRS.
Absolutely amazing.
4 teams died in... What?
I mean, in a blink of an eye, the fact that they did have to take that fight to Future Station, they completely wiped them out, and then AJ took out Sights. I mean, that was beautiful. Winner chicken dinner goes to the Real Soldiers.
And you know what? We're talking about DRS. We're like, they got knocked down to the 5th position. They were in the 5th position right now. Right now, they're going to be the top 3. Until the final second of the final game, I don't think we're going to know who are the 3 teams that are going to be qualifying for the global challenge.
Talk about having a nail-biting finish. That is what we wanted.
My nails are gone.
His nails are gone. While we kind of try and fix our nails, why don't you all grab a chilled Mountain Dew for yourselves? We'll see you after this break.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia Season 2. This is Super Johnny, joined on the analyst desk by Fixes and Ocean. And that was an incredible game. I mean, Janmara, they were going so strong up until the point they got sandwiched.
I mean, PlayZone took the best out of everyone, I would say, in this particular game or something.
PlayZone is always, like, it is pretty broken,
MVP.
right? Yeah, it is pretty, like, MVP most of the times. Pretty deadly to most of the players. And in 2 specific maps, Miramar and Vikendi, and we have both of them today. Vikendi is over, and we do have the MVP of this game on our screens as well, ladies and gentlemen. AJ from the Real Soldiers.
Yeah, no second thoughts. He completely deserved it. And what a time, in fact, to get a chicken dinner. 6 kills, 962 damage. That's massive. And surviving for 29 minutes, I'm not really surprised on that. 2 assists is quite good enough, but this is that one breakthrough DRS have been needing for quite so long.
I would say a perfect MVP stat coming out for this player, right? 2 assists maximum, 6 kills maximum, damage 962 maximum, survival time obviously maximum, but damage taken, yeah, it's not the average, it's above average, but it's not the maximum damage taken because you have to just not be at the maximum damage taker's lead, right? Because you need to stay safe somehow.
Exactly. Stay safe somehow. I mean, as I said, you have to mislead your opponents into thinking you are quite far away from them, when in fact you are going to be right next to them and just take them out. But we also have to look at the top players, ladies and gentlemen, that did perform really, really well in this game. And on the big screen are the names. DRS Nima on the second position, the third being taken by Baba from Team Stalwart Esports, followed by G.I. Jane. Well, that's what we call him. T2K SG's Jane on the fourth, and Ghost from Team of Sights on the fifth position.
Yeah, of course. This game was kind of scrambled, to be honest. We had some big names coming out, and well, Jane, look at him, just 4 kills, 628 damage. Regardless of the fact that T2K did not really shine out this time around, I think that's one good consolation for them.
21 minutes of survival time and still makes it into the top place. That is pretty incredible. I wonder what he did. How far did he get his team in the standings of this match? How many points was he able to get for his team? Because that is what is going to be important for them, right?
Yeah, that's totally true. And as we are just talking about it, 12 kills for DRS, 27 points. And T2KSG, 1 placement, 10 kills, 11 points. We have seen teams do these kind of wonders, right? But right now it was T2K. They were trained to kill. They were not trained to placement points in this game, I would say, but they were trained to kill, and they kill amazing. Like second highest kills, I would say, overall. Even Esports 3 kills, but all they are worrying right now is the total points because they need to stay in that top 3 chart.
Exactly, DRS Gaming, A1 Esports, both of these teams are in contention for the top spot. But if you talk about Dead Eyes, they're on 7th. Well, not the kind of an outing that they would really anticipate. But as we move along further, well, the disappointment still continues. The woes, the misery, whatever you may call it for Team Elementrix. I do not know what really went this time around. And Abrupt Slayers, well, if they do not, get a good game, if they are not consistent, maybe someone else is gonna walk home with those $40,000.
Yeah, and that will change a lot of things, right? Obviously, you can be in top 3, but you've been top 3 days. Top 3 in the final and 3 days top is a different story eitherwise. So for the 4th day also, you need to establish the dominance. Coming back, it's going to be another Erangel, right? And we have seen them do good in Erangel only. Like, they have had amazing games in Erangel. They had 2 out of 3 chicken dinners in Erangel. So I want to see that same Abrupt Slayers if we talk about this one. But, well, talking about other things. All right. So we are getting good knock numbers today.
I like the utility uses, man. On Weekendy, 189.
I was just about to get to that. You remember that fight where Dead Eyes just came in from the backlines, took away Badrev and Kapshi. I think it was Shifu, if my memory serves right. But, that valley. That valley, I consider it as the valley of death, but that was the valley of smoke. It was completely fogged in. And if you take a look at how the zone really shifted, it was around Mount Kresnik this time, the circle really not throwing out a lot of curveballs. It was kind of quite anticipated. The teams really went in. And in the end, it was the boys of DRS that really did outshine everybody.
I mean, today I have to say one thing though. We do have the zone analysis, the zone replay in front of us right now. Just like the previous game, this is in one of the most weirdest terrain you could find in the map.
And that's one thing. See, Mount Kresnik, I'll still say it. I always say it's one of the most underrated areas if you want to land there. No one lands onto the mountain, right? Because you don't get a lot of areas. Had there been...
And the vehicles.
Yeah, and the vehicles as well.
Plus, look at this. We do know, I mean, why is Talbot underrated? Getting out of there can be tricky if you are contested. Same goes for Mount Kresnik. How do you get out? It is open areas on all sides.
Yeah, that's true. And look at this. Out in this area, Team Sights is kind of at the central area of the circle. You can see Jean Marat, they have to get in. Talking about DE as well and FS. So FS and DE, they had a very good fight in this one. And that was all for the contestation of the central circle side. And that's where DRS already... See, DRS was already inside the circle. It was at this moment that DRS already had their game. Plus, moving forward, as we will slowly and steadily, we'll see a few more things, right? Look at this. DRS, they have a proper open area like for themselves, while 7C will be taking fights against A1 Esports. The northern side is already clustered. DRS is sitting, waiting for the strategies to be cooked up.
Exactly. Similar situation similar to what Team Bablu faced in the last game.
Exactly. That's the thing. Plus, we saw 189 smokes and nades, right?
Yeah.
Had there been just one shack or something in the middle, we might have seen 200 plus smokes and nades. Like, utility usage would have just blasted out with everything.
I disagree with that, because had it been one shack or one compound, let's take a cluster of compounds, you know the level of contestation that would have gone in for those compounds. It would have been super, super intense, ladies and gentlemen. But with that, let's move forward and have a look at the due moments of this match, because I am pretty sure there are plenty.
Yeah, there certainly are plenty, and right off the get-go, we did see those fights, happening around Mount Crescent already. And this is the domination coming out from the players of T2K with the way they went up against Code Zero. You know, one thing, Code Zero High Voltage. This was also one of the teams that I had really huge high expectations from, but. Well, it's still the first tournament, I am pretty sure. The next season, they are going to come back with a banger. But if we talk about those final few circles that really went out, it was completely in the favor of the players of DRS. They were completely in control. We did get to see that when we saw those maps coming out.
So this is where Team Bubble went down. You saw that, right?
They dug their own grave.
Yeah, they actually did that. Like as XP actually showed,
they drove into their own graves.
Yeah, that's another way. That's a good one. That's a good analogy out there. But well, Jane right now again, just taking those kills for his own self, just taking down players by players by players. But as it went down to the 8 circle, 7 circle, as the zone was open and the play zone was kind of disturbing teams. So that's where things actually just went down for a lot of things and a lot of ways.
And, to be honest, right now, we all do love the drama, right? The Team Bablu winning one game, Team DRS winning one game. Next game, what do we have? Team D, Deadies? Or maybe is it Abrupt Slayers?
Yeah.
Or maybe A1 Esports? Anything can happen. But what we really want, and what all the fans really want, is the game boiling down to that last final fight that will decide the winner. Someone is obviously catching up on Abrupt Slayers, and if they do not really wake up to the senses, I think the lead that they've built up for themselves is gonna go down. But this is where you've got to give it to the cojones of AJ. Look at those reflex timings onto him, instantly just proning out, then the zone engulfing everybody, and with that, Ocean just take it over.
I mean, somehow we say the zone was engulfing everyone, right? But the zone was actually doing a lot of damage. As we see where I am, there's not much of the bars, but as you see on the either sides, the bars are constantly increasing. And onto the team that obviously had a chicken dinner, they will be having maximum number of bars for themselves about the kills and about the damage stats. But comparing this one as compared to the previous game, as we just see and as we just talk about, there are a few key factors, right?
Absolutely.
One of the most important key factor is in the previous game, 4 teams had 42 kills for themselves. Think about the damage stats that were out there. But in this one, as we talk about 2,000 plus for the winning team, yeah, we get it. 12 kills is a decent outing. But as we just move on to the back lines, that's where it always goes on. That means the teams that are actually, on the 15th position, 16th position, maybe till 10th, 11th position as well, they are trying to fight, but it's just not going their way. That's where the bad fights versus the good fights just come up. That's how you summarize each and everything out in this one, because you're taking good fights, you're having decent outings, rotations also kind of pose a big threat, and that's where I would say somehow Team Bablu kind of just went down, right?
Yeah, of course. They should have really stuck onto their basics. They should have really gone in for those scouting missions, and then could have just driven past. But yeah, of course, T2K, they had been so amazing, and Ocean, we need to take a look at the leaderboard, and there you go. The lead that Abrupt Slayer is having on themselves is slowly dwindling down. And A1 Esports are catching up, courtesy to that second position. But look at DRS, they are also in the race. Up until yesterday, it was all about qualifying for the Global Championship. But today, Ocean, they want those $40,000.
Are we seeing something similar as yesterday's last game's leaderboards? I mean, that's where Abrupt Slayers, A1 Esports, DRS was. Team Bablu and DE, they had a swap for themselves, but the points still stay same. So it's still...
Deja vu.
I mean, I would say just one thing. Blaze said something, and I totally agree with that one. Top 3 teams will never know till the final leaderboard is with us. 184, 170, 165. 154, 154. 7C still has a chance. PNQ 2 games, they still have a chance.
Kingdoms rise and kingdom falls. But who is gonna be the winner in this Battle of the Thrones? And well, something is always continuously switching around, and that is the position of all these teams over here. But as we take a move along further towards the teams that really have not been in their elements, well, there you go. A lot of disappointments in this time around. Well, team sides, talk about Team Elementrix, talk about VT and Giant Mara, Venom Legends, and in fact, Stalwart Esports, a team that does have have, the World League experience has suddenly crumbled away.
I mean, we used to call about this team in one or two ways, and one thing that we used to say is that this team, they shine in one game maybe per day. Yeah. Had they done that yesterday, had they done that day before yesterday, they would have outshined everyone, right? But today, in the final day, I think they need all the games just to get them to the top, top 8 area, maybe top 7, something like that. Otherwise, for these teams, it might just be a dream of something.
Final 3 games remain. Just those final 3 games remain. And ladies and gentlemen, you do know what is gonna happen, right? You do know that we will have some teams dropping by and some unfriendly neighbors dropping at your doorstep.
Yeah, we'll have to see, how it all just goes down with the things. Because as we are just saying and as we are speaking of what's happening with the teams, I'm just confused in a lot of things. And I know you'll actually just back me up on this one. Top 3, we have seen what top 3 is, but we don't know still what top 3 actually gets. But that's where, the schedule comes up, because we are also moving forward with each and every game. And talking about the games, talking about the stuff, you see next Erangel coming. Next Erangel is going to be on the chart, as we just see. Miramar and then Erangel. But this one, Team Bubblue might take it, DE might take it, 7C might take it, A1 Esports might take it. We have so many names and just one game. It all just comes down to that.
The penultimate Erangel, as we call it. And I think if we have to talk about the predictions, for me this time, I really want Deadeye to win this one out. Because if they do, this is also going to bring more masala on the table. And, well, we do love that, don't we?
Exactly. I mean, Fixes, you have picked Deadeye's guys. Ocean, what about you? What do you want to pick?
I mean, I don't know if we go for the map chances or something like that. The DE always have a good outing for them. But sometimes things obviously change. I mean, we'll be having a look at the match chances, obviously, right?
Yeah, it is.
So, Abrupt Slayers, they still have their top lead in this one and obviously in the overalls.
This thing hasn't changed for a while. So, that is something that I'm going to be a little skeptical about. But it is really interesting. I mean, Deadeye's guys did do really well for themselves in the last angle that was there. It was just quite unfortunate, the circle moving away from them. And the opportunity was utilized quite perfectly by the other teams, be it PN Crew, be it Team Bubblue. But as the fight is going on, Deadeye's guys, Team Bubblue, even talk about the other teams in the contention for the third spot, I'm going to say. So Abrupt Slayers and A1 Esports, they're doing really well for themselves.
That's totally true. And you talked about, the teams at the third spot. So if you're asking about my prediction or something, I would say the Real Soldiers maybe just, take up for the punch, because DRS, they did incredible in the previous game as well, right?
Anything can happen, Ocean. I have my mind shut off right now.
No, please don't do that.
I need that caffeine boost. I need my dues. And then as the moment, I will really open up.
I mean, that's totally true.
Well, that's the thing. You are super energetic, but our journey has been so intense that my feet are shaking. I don't think I can walk from this side to the other side anymore. So I'm just going to throw it to the casters from here.
Well, thank you for that, Johnny. And I wouldn't be surprised. My knees are shaking a little bit as well, Mom Spaghetti and whatnot. And you know what? I'm rolling up my sleeves. I think we're ready to jump into this one, XP. We have 3 games remaining.
I'm trying to pull off the Fixes look right now.
Steely gaze, trying to look sexy as possible. I'm going to try as well. Anyway.
Anywho. Alrighty, you were saying?
I was saying we're down to 3 final games. So with 3 final maps left in the running. Now, Abrupt Slayers, they look like they've solidified their position, right? I don't know yet, right? I mean, the second and third spot, it's up for the taking. Anyone can grab it. It's just been teams jumping over each other, dropping down. DRS stepping up. A1 having a very slow start right now. But there is always the opportunity of teams like Deadeye's guys, Team Bubblue to step it up as well. I know Johnny's not here to put us under the spot, but who are you going with?
Bring it. All right. DRS, they definitely are looking strong. They're getting that aggression back, that's what they are known for. I'm going to be looking out for 7C Esports as well because, well, they are upping the ante just a little bit. They are being a little bit more aggressive. Let's see if they can make something out of this game. But, as usual, all your favorite players are going to be on your screen once again. And looks like they are pretty much ready. They are comfortable. I like this one fact, Blade. You don't have to be sitting in a gaming chair to be a good gamer. A lot of them are, chilling on their beds. They have their quilts all around them. It's all about the comfort. And, you have to be comfortable, and that's when your A game shines.
You also don't want to be too comfortable, though, and that's when it might
all go
wrong.
You are on camera! But of course,
where do you
professionals?
Where do you usually play PUBG Mobile? On your chair, on your bed, on your toilet?
Well, I'm usually sitting on the throne when I'm doing that. So
is that what you call the toilet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is the throne, but with that, game number 3 on the final day, or rather match number 18. Ooh, 18 of 20 is going to be underway as the Big Bird takes to the sky once more. And this time looks like we are flying the other way. We are going to be heading towards the northeast. We're going to be flying over the Sosnovka military base, which means, well, T2K are going to be jumping down here. Elementrix might be heading back to Ferry Pair as usual, but of course, Milta is going to be under the flight path. That means ASC are going to have a nice little drop spot, and we are going to be ending things at Lipovka. Now, what about all the teams that want to go up north? Of course, a lot of times we've seen this happen. Mid-air, the circle forms. Is that going to change their decision?
It could, especially if you have a long path for you to traverse with your parachute, just trying to like float on over there. The moment you see the circle, you might have to make a call on the fly. Elementrix going to be doing what they do best, what they do every single time, heading towards Ferry Pier, maybe towards Primorsk and Quarry. I do wonder if anyone's going to be dropping towards Lipovka. That's something which we rarely see. T2K once more dropping towards a military island. And, well, it looks like no one's trying to... Oh. Future Station. Future Station. They did it once and they're doing it again. They're going to be dropping towards Novo, making things a little bit more spicier.
Making it a bit spicy, but the thing is anyone going to be following suit? Because Stalwart Esports are going to be heading up towards the shelter as they usually do. And talking about Lipovka, I'm going to expect Jean Mara to be dropping down there. That is the place they love calling home. But now, all eyes are going to be on the map. All eyes are going to be on the first zone that forms. And what are we thinking? Are we going to have a southern shift or are we going up north?
North.
Oh, well, there we have it. It is going to be down south. Now, a lot of you have seen this circle plenty of times.
Future Station are going to be breathing a sigh of relief. Oh, finally. Jeez Christ.
Finally, we're in the right end of things this time, because had they dropped at Georgia Paul, they would have had a long way to come down. But again, time will tell whether the circle shifts up north or we're going to see a military base finish. I want to see action end of the military island this time.
I would love to. I would love to. I do believe it's going to be chaotic, especially with a little bit of bridge fights breaking out as well. The question for me is, are any of the teams going to be heading towards Georgia Paul? Now, that's a place where we know Team Pubg really like heading towards, and they're still in the air. And they're going to be heading in the direction, but it's too far away. So they might have to stop towards Gatka or maybe towards Ruins, if I'm not mistaken here. As AAC, they're going to be looting up real quickly. A lot of teams trying to take advantage of the circle and dropping in straight smack in the safe zone.
Now, you know, you were talking about Georgia Paul. Of course, Team Bablu is a team that loves going there. And there we have Team Bablu stats on our screens. 4th position right now, a total of 154 points. Now, they definitely do something in this game. I mean, they did come out swinging in game 1,
so
but
close. It's so close.
It is so close. 184, 170, 165. This is what we wanted.
A1 have been super quiet in the past couple of games. So today, on the final day, they haven't been really doing much, to be honest, and that's the problem. Even though they're in 2nd place right now, DRS Gaming, they're behind them, but just by 5 points. Team Bablu, they need, what, 16 points to tie things up with them. So you can't remain complacent.
Also, mind you, A1 Esports, they've just had that one chicken dinner, while Team Bablu, they've already scooped up 3 of them, and, you know, they are a little further down in the leaderboard, but again, that is kudos to A1 Esports consistency as well. We have the first few shots fired in the game, and it's going to be Venom Shuvo, who does try to land a few lucky shots on the opposition, but that's a good decision to move out of harm's way. Now, that bike, it's a cool bike, but it might just give away your position a bit too much. That is bulky, is all I'm saying.
Listen, in the wilderness...
Kind of looks like a hot dog.
In the wilderness, when you see a very colorful animal, a snake, a frog, they are toxic as hell. They are venomous. As maybe that's what he's looking for. He's like, look, you see this color? The color of death, baby. We do have PN Crew. They're the only anomaly when it comes to all the other teams. They're the only team to have opted to head still all the way towards Severny. It's not too risky, though. They are still pretty close to the safe zone. The Rozok is just down south. The problem is when they will have to traverse towards a safe area. It could be a problem, but right now, it is going to be the first skirmish breaking out, and Shuvo's going to take the fight, and he should be coming out on top here, but no, he's going to get taken down, pincer from both sides, and it is going to be a very, very quick end for Shuvo from Team Venom, and unfortunately for him, XP, none of his teammates are nearby to go for the immediate trade, but they could be looking to get vengeance.
They could be, and by the look of things right now, they are moving in. The vehicle is coming in. I think they're going to pick up their last member, Shuvo. Of course, he has gone down. A couple of painkillers being popped over. They want to make sure if they are going to get shot at, they might as well, have that little bit of a boost helping them out. But I do not believe that an attack is going to be coming in on ASC right now. They are going to have they are going to figure it out whether they're going to stay in that compound or whether they are going to move. Now, Nightwing is going to go on a bit of a scouting mission. He should realize that ASC are backing out, but well, I guess they're going to fight later.
I wouldn't have been surprised to see ASC kind of gatekeep Venom there, but I guess they opted to head a little bit inside the circle because, you know, just to play it safe.
ASC are most comfortable in the western part of Milta, right where the road meets Milta.
Okay,
that is where
right.
they are going to pretty much stack up, if I'm not wrong. They want those high-rise buildings. They want to have a good 360 vigil around them. And something exciting is going to go on. I think T2K are going to be having a little bit of a skirmish with Elementrix, as Sonim could be laying down some shots on GI Jane.
Yeah, Jane going on a scouting mission, trying to ensure there's no trap laid on that bridge. So at least they have an agent on the other side of the bridge. The problem is, look at the 3 members of Elementrix heading straight towards Jane. They're going to be crossing over to the bridge. Can we just switch quickly to the western bridge right now, production? Because I believe it's going to be the battle once more between Team Elementrix and T2K.
However, the thing is, I kind of imagine Sonim to be a bit further up, closer to the bridge. Right now, T2K are going to be in a position to kind of cement the position, fortify that thing. But I don't think they're going to stop over here. They're going to move further inland.
Yes.
They might, in fact, get those little houses on the cliff.
Yep.
Right next to the bridge, if you know what I mean. And that is a good spot. Of course, you can control the mainland from there, and you can still shoot down at the bridge.
And more importantly, it's actually almost smack center of the safe zone. So they can stick around there for a long time. And in an emergency scenario, you always have the option of jumping off the cliff into the water as well, in case you have no escape route. And I like this. They've done this a couple of times, trying to be proactive, not sticking around to Military Island too very long. What's going to suck is if the circle does shift down south. But the good thing, what they've done here is they've, I do believe, kept at least one player on the bridge, perhaps, or near the bridge. At least have some oversight on the bridge in case they need to escape.
Well, that would have been a good thought, but it looks like that last member has crossed over as well. Of course, you want to stick together. This is a team game. At the end of the day, let's see if that is going to come to bite them later on. But right now, they are going to make sure that they have a good foothold on this little mountain top, on this little hill. Ooh, Frankie spotted out a vehicle over there. And as usual, I would do that. Everyone else watching would do that. You see a vehicle, you know somebody's going to be using it. You pop out the tires. You want to disable as many vehicles as you can. Now, this also tells them that the barn houses where Frankie was shooting are occupied. So, you know, they've got to be careful if they are going to be traversing around that particular area. But right now, Team Bablu, this time around, Blade, they haven't gone north towards Rozhok. They came down south and are going to be looting around ruins. And, well, we just might see a fight break out with Abrupt Slayers.
It did take place earlier in the previous game as well, and that could indeed be the case. Right now, it's just a game of waiting out the circle, waiting out the zone, and seeing where the next safe zone is going to be. Interestingly enough, despite almost the entirety of Military Island being inside of the circle, there's just one team there. It's Future Station. I do believe they should have a boat as well in case they need to traverse and avoid the bridge. But right now, yeah, nothing really breaking out, no skirmishes yet. We have PN Crew as well, slowly migrating down south towards Rozhok. And I don't believe you're going to be seeing any team fights breaking out until the next zone.
It does look like, however, Shifu Sir was in a bit of a mood for drive-by, as now, Jean Marazgana definitely has an idea where Dead Eye's guys are heading. The question is, are they going to stop? Yes, they are. Now, good decision. Move your vehicle out of sight. You don't want to make sure that, you know, you give your opposition any cues that there could be people around now. All right, that's being a bit extra careful. Smoking around the buggy and getting out in time. Talk about being careful, Blair. I mean, they are making sure they cross. Wait a second. This plane is a bit bumpy. It's a bit of a bumpy ride, and there you have it. Wow, that's why, because it had an extra payload on it, as 2 airdrops are now going to be falling down. One is an AWM, the second is an M249.
Both in the water? Both in the water, perhaps?
Both in the water, indeed, and just north of the beach on the Military Island. Well, I'm wrong with one of them. Mark 14 in the first airdrop. I wonder what's in the second. All right. I get 1 out of 2. I think I'm going to be happy with that.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. The M249 as well can come in handy, but you do see the circle. Let's take a look at the circle. It shifted, and guess what? T2K are smack in the middle, so is Elementrix to a certain degree. The bridge, the western front, that's where the action's going to be breaking out towards. Now, a few of these teams are going to be comfortable, but then John Mara, oh, Gelton's done for. No, he runs out of bullets. He's got to go for the reload. In the meantime, another little bit of a skirmish breaking up in the Dead Eyes, guys. And I do believe the 7 Seas, this could get very ugly indeed. John Mara, they're hungry for this. They want to take down DRS. They're driving up, getting down, trying to rattle off a couple of bullets, but they're too far away. DRS wasting no time, as Wadu Sir in the meantime is going to find Skyte's Ghost. And Ghost will be finished off by Wadu.
Ghost has been finished off by Wadu as Jean Mara are still going to be driving around. Looks like Wadu is now going to finally come under fire as he tries to make his way back to his teammates. Elsewhere, Assassin gets a knock on Extreme as CZ High Voltage are taking the fight to John Mara. Cooney with another knock on Wang. Over here, Mafia Ninja has to be careful because his teammates are coming in, but Stalwart Esports are the ones that are firing upon him. That could be problematic. Oh, he gets out in the nick of time. Black is a lucky man indeed. Now, this could be interesting. Stalwart Esports, Baba, I think I have an idea what he wants to do. He is trying to get the position near the cliffs. Little does he know, all those positions are already taken, and he is driving through no man's land. He could be shot at any time. Now the question is he going to make it? Yes, he does. Elsewhere, Gunner now finds the last member of CZ High Voltage, and Cooney is going to go prone in the nick of time. And are those revives going to come in? This is not happening. CZ High Voltage are in trouble.
Wait, no. Wait. Yeah, there are 3 people down. I think there's a little bit of a mistake on the...
Now that is confusing indeed, because I do see Aussie and I see Assassin. I see Cooney on my screen as well. And, well, the 4th member is Nay7 this time around.
He's bleeding out as well, 100%.
He is bleeding out.
Yeah, there's nothing Cooney can do right now. He just has to try and stay alive for as long as possible. Unfortunately... Oh, look at John Mara. They're wasting no time. They're wasting no time. They want those kills.
Oh, Nay7 is alive. That was John Mara's Extreme who was caught up in that little firefight over there. And now he is going to go in for the ride, but Giro Fair is going to be taken down courtesy of Cooney. And, well, that is going to be bad because they are not only going to lose one member, but potentially can lose another. And, well, there you have it.
How the tables have turned.
How the tables have turned indeed. And... it is going to be a 2v2 situation over here. Now Cooney is going to make sure he is going to destroy that vehicle just in case another one comes in for the revive. But now, Gunnar can only look helplessly. Wang is taking the fight to Cooney. He has spotted out the opposition. Does lay down a few shots with that ratata, but Cooney goes in cover in the nick of time. Now Nay7 is going to be a bit far off from his teammates, so I wonder if any assistance is going to be coming in from that direction. However, the distance isn't too much. It is only about 100, maybe 150 meters, and now Cooney does deploy some smokes. Question is, Wang, is he going to throw a grenade? Yes, he does. That one is a bit short. Cooney with a good grenade, good anticipation. If that... Ooh, did you see that?
He's out in the open. He's out in the open, and Wang... Oh, he replies back. Instant reaction, gets the knock.
And the play zone.
But the play zone finds him. He was down on a sliver of health, and both the players, well, they've dealt each other's knockout blows, and they're both crawling. There's no one nearby. What can they do?
However, Wang is the bigger man this time because he is going to get the kill point. He went down to the play zone. That means High Voltage are going to be... Well, Nay7 needs to come in and seal the deal. Is he going to go for the revive first, or is he going to go and get that one kill? But Gunnar is coming in as well. Wang is going to be giving all this information right now, and Gunnar is going to go up against Nay7. It's going to be a one-on-one situation. Cooney is still bleeding. The revive is not coming in just yet. And Nay, that's a beautiful Molotov, and it hits it mark perfectly. Jean Mara's Gunnar is supposed to move out. Nay7 is going to come up from the right of the rock. Gunnar moves in. He is zigzagging his way. He is going to have his trigger finger ready. The revive has come in. Shots from both sides, and there you have it. He was confused. Who do I shoot, left or right? And with that, Jean Mara out in the 16th position.
The res in the very final second. And well, with that, they've been taken out. Cooney will, however, be knocked out by the play zone. And now we have another little skirmish breaking out here. Deadeye's guys, they have control of this little compound over here, but it is kind of exposed. They need to be wary. They can hear so many vehicles, everyone just traversing across.
This area where the fights are breaking out, I love this part of Erangel. I don't know why, this is one of my favorites. But now rated with that PP buys and lays on a few shots on Detron. None of them connect, but the buggy is going to take a little bit of damage. Vadu Elsewhile is going to be focusing all his attention on A1 Esports, far away in the cliffs. Look at all those teams. It's a flash of color. All these teams are upon one another. And well, soon bullets are going to be flying, bodies are going to be dropping, and as I love saying it, teams are going to be toppling over like dominoes.
Like dominoes, like a pack, like not a pack, like a house of cards. You might see some of these teams just completely crumbling down. Assidious Esports playing on the very edge of the circle. The problem is they don't have much cover. Shifu, he's exposed, and the bullet's going to mow him down. He's been knocked on. Kurkure is going to get the knock onto him. Position compromised for Assidious, so this is the problem. Even though they get the knock, they need to push on in, and that's exactly what they're going to do while they have the knock, and they're going to be pushing into the compound of Deadeye's guys. It's going to be taking the fight to a team right now who are placed top 5 in the overall standings. Can they survive? The rest is going to be coming in. Wadu needs to keep the opponents at bay, but look at AC charging on in. Chifu needs to heal himself. He's instead going to drive out, and is so lucky to stay alive. He manages to get to safety in the nick of time. He just legged it. He just put pedal to the metal. It's like, I'm out of here. But they've left their teammate.
And unfortunately, he does get knocked out by Skylights from T2K. But right now, DE's Waddle Sir is going to be in trouble. The grenade does go down. Hanuel, in fact, is going to be knocked to his feet. Siobhan Crazy's got to be careful because now he's going to get shot at from A1 Esports and Stalwart Esports as well, because these guys are at the cliffs. If you remember now, Wadu trying desperately to make sure he gets another couple of knocks because, well, Siobhan Crazy is going to patch himself up, as is Kurkure going to be coming in for the fight. Now, Hanuel should be picked up. It is going to be an easy res as they are in the circle. Now, A1 Esports could be devastating. Look at how they are split up on the cliffs far behind. But looks like Razor is going to get a knock on a member of CZ High Voltage. And A7 has gone down, which means Cooney is now the last man standing.
Switching over here, we have P and Crew duking it out for that tiny little hillock with Future Station. The nade is going to be a little too much to the left. And I do believe a few smokes getting deployed. Well, nades actually from Machine. Probably thinking that P and Crew are playing a little bit closer. Steel shot will be dropped. And finally, Wadu Sir, he gets one knock, but it's all he'll find. The thing is, he was a bait left behind by his team to delay them for as long as possible. So even though he gets taken down, 3 of his team members will survive. 2 of his team members will survive, rather. And now, well, 1 team knocked out, 15 still running, but 50 players left in the server. The circle's going to shrink in even further, and this is going to get chaotic. Future Station getting pushed by Ayush, and look at Boro coming in from the left side flank, and with that Future Station, well, they have no future anymore. They will be taken down. Was that a pre... Oh, I think there was a smoke over there. A1, though, okay, they've left the cliffs. They're taking the fight now.
I think it's the right decision because the circle is going to be moving in up north. It is going to be heading towards a little bit towards Pachenki. Oh, that's a good grenade. Good grenade. Lucky to be alive, but that grenade is going to bounce out. Now, Avon Esports are going to find themselves in Assidious Esports' position, as now they are going to be charging in as well. ASC down to 2 members. Kurkre and Hanuel are going to have to fend off an attack, and those guys have the intent to kill. Elsewhere, Nima from DRS is going to take down Groffith in a hail of bullets, as Mr. Boro is going to be knocking out members from Elementrix. As we join Sandesh, he's going to set his sights on Black. He spots Black, lets out a few bullets, but none of them do connect. In fact, they hit the windowsill instead, giving away their position. Now, P and Crew, again, 6 kills already. Spots outs on him, takes out blah, blah, blah. That's 1. Is he going to confirm it? Yes, he is.
P and Crew, I got to say, past couple of the first 2 days of the finals, they were very quiet, but past today and yesterday, they have been just looking to mow everyone down. They have been on a warpath, and it's kind of unfortunate that it's a little too late, I feel like. But you know what? They're making life miserable for a lot of these other teams. As Boro, the rest should be coming in, or maybe no. Caesar's got to take the fight. You got to take the fight, bud. You got to take the fight. You don't have time for the rest. You got to take the fight, and he's going to get taken down. Sonim coming in, confirms the kill as well. And P and Crew, unfortunately, it's all down to Sandesh, and he has to run for the hills.
He definitely misjudged the timing over there. He should have actually shot at them the moment they got out of the vehicle, and he probably could have got not one but both knocks, so it could have gone the other way. But it looks like that is all she wrote, as Cooney is going to be taken out of his misery, which means CZ High Voltage are going to be exiting the 13th position. Oh my goodness, he gets taken down. 6-9, thought he could make it away, but Razor with his ratatatata is going to gun him down. Now, Jax with the last Hail Mary attempt, he does throw a grenade, but his position has been given away, which means Phobia and the boys are going to be set in there. Whoa, wait a second.
Bubblu's pushing them. I think Bubblu just might push Skites right now. So if Skites, they need to be comfortable right now in this position. They need to take out that 1 man alive. They need to find Jax immediately because Bubblu is uphill, right uphill.
The thing is, they still have some cover from Bubblu, but now Bubblu knows something's happening over here. So they've got to be careful once they go over that rise. So they need to go in and finish Jax as soon as they can. Otherwise, Jax is going to be a thorn in their side later. I mean, forget the nade. 1 guy go from the left, 1 guy goes from the right, and there you have it. Double teaming your opposition is the way we've seen a lot of fights being won. But again, they are being a little hesitant, not something that you'd expect from the Grim Reapers, especially since they know only 1 man survives. Now the blue zone is going to be coming in. He's spotted out. He's been spotted out. There you go. Shots have been fired, but Jax is still going to be alive. He is going to try and crawl his way to safety. In fact, he is going to make it in, but now that is all she wrote. There you have it. A1 Esports out in the 11th position.
And if you take a look at the circle right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is far, far away from Skites. They need to cross out over to the safe zone, and the first team to have to face off against, it is going to be Team Bubblu. Tyrant, he was quite deadly in this run the Team Bubblu have had so far. If I'm not mistaken, they're also the only Pakistani team right now in the top 5. They want to at least ensure that 1 team from their country makes it to the global challenge. Meantime, Elementrix, a little safe, but who's not safe is 7Cs. They're getting shot at, assaulted by Abrupt Slayers from above. The Abrupt Slayers kind of a quiet game, kind of quiet map so far, but finally they see them out in the open, in the plains. This could be so easy for Abrupt Slayers, but they're not. Okay, they are keeping them pinned down, and that's a problem.
They are keeping them pinned down. I like the fact that they have different vehicles next to different... wait a second, Abood over here coming under fire by Zibian. Now he's more options as he's going to open up on Phobia. Is he going to take his aim? He does get Phobia, in fact, and well... 1 out of 3 is not going to be a bad knock. Now, Razor has stopped for a little bit of cover over there. The question is he going to retaliate himself? Because Tyron just found himself getting knocked out. They are going to go in for the res as well. Danny seems a little impatient, but I like the fact he is going to try and cover his teammate for as long as he can. Meanwhile, Teen Wolf does know where Abood is, but Abood is going to be taken out by Kashuf from Stalwart Esports. In fact, he is put in the ground as well. Now, Team Bubblue, they have to move play. They have to move. The circle is a bit far off, and well, there are a lot of hurdles to cross.
The thing is, Teen Wolf and his teammate are inside of the Teen Wolf alone, rather, is inside of the circle. So all they have to do is head towards Teen Wolf. The problem is Zibian is going to drive on across. They're going to spot Razur, and they're going to go for the drive by the bullets, not quite connecting, and they're going to be heading towards Teen Wolf. The problem is there's DRS as well. They know exactly where Teen Wolf is. They have only the tiny little rock and that smoke for cover. They need to decide where they want to head towards. It's very open fields over here, and they're going to head to the second rock nearby. So for the time being, Team Bubblue seem pretty comfortable. P and Crew finally getting eliminated. They do get 7 kills. Again, they've been high fragging time and time again. Skies will fall as well. We're down to the final 25 in the server, and 8 teams left to get that chicken dinner.
Now, ASL are in a good position. They are taking the fight to Elementrix, but remember, we have 7C out in the fields down below, and one lucky shot from behind could be devastating. Orange, he does have his AKM locked and loaded. He does know where the opposition is going to be coming from, and you know what? That is a good position to be in because, well, they pretty much have their backs against the wall, and this little bit of a cover that they are getting on this downslope is going to be helping them a lot. And meanwhile, Nightwing from Venom Legends is going to be opening up on T2K as we see a fight breaking out. The blue zone is going to be forcing them in, and there you have it. Skylights finds one, and the other, and that's all she wrote. GG, WP, Venom Legends.
Filmers out, T2K. They're in a pretty good spot right now. They have, I do believe, 3 players alive, if I'm not very much mistaken. 7C's in a safe zone as well. The cool thing with 7C's is there's no one in the vicinity, but T2K coming under fire. As in the meantime, Teen Wolf is going to find one of the players from Stalwart Esports. They need a bit of cover right now, and that smoke's going to be coming on in. But Teen Wolf from the distance, rattling off bullets, not quite able to get the knock onto lights. This is tense. This is so tense.
Mind you, have a look at the circle. We now have a Sultan shift. That means no one's inside the circle except for DRS. Yalzin and Nima, they have a good position, but the thing is they are so down slope. They are out in the fields, and their vehicles are pretty much kaput, which means that they won't have a lot of maneuvering space as Danny gets taken out by Kashuf as Stalwart Esports now decide to join the party as well. They are going to be raining death from above. Sonim takes out Heaven from ASL with a grenade. He went boom. Malik is going to be finishing Zibian. Tyron is going to fall to Malik as well. Team Bubblue suddenly find themselves on the back foot. Dean Wolf is the last man standing. Can he get that one last hurrah? Can he howl to the moon and get the job done? We've seen him do it before.
It's daytime.
Can he do it again?
It's daytime. That's a problem. There's no moon in the
I can't see anything. Pretty much still there.
It's true. It's true. It's true. We're not flat earthers over here. Orange, he wants his kill. He knows that a couple of players knocked on. He wants to get the frag, and is going to be coming in from the side. He wants to play around, and that could be it. That is going to be it. Abrupt Slayers, well, their run comes to an abrupt end, and with that, we're down to the final 5 teams, 15 alive as well. Danny's going to fall for Team Bubblue, and I do believe the play zone is going to play spoiled sport for Team Bubblue, and they will fall as well. They get knocked out.
In the 6th position with just 2 kills. Not the outing that they want, but now Elementrix come under heavy fire from Malik all the way down below in the fields as Orange is taking out Sonim. He's got to heal himself up. Malik is going to make sure he puts up enough smoke for cover. Now, this is what I like. I love the fact that we have these mini fortresses. All right, let's paint a picture.
This is the killing fields. And what's going to happen? It's going to be death and destruction as Frankie burns Kashuf alive. Drop and roll, drop and roll, drop and roll. He can't drop in time. And Kashuf and Malik are both going to fall. Stalwart Esports, they meet a fury grave. And with that, 4 teams still left. T2K, 9 kills. 9 gosh darn kills, and all 4 alive.
All 4 alive as Sonim comes under heavy fire out of the blue behind the rock. He is not going to make it, but he does make it to the second rock in time. Oh my goodness. The question is, does he have enough first aid? grenades on him because he needs to patch himself up if he wants to make a Hail Mary for a run, but it does look like Elementrix are going to be going out. Not a bad outing. A third position finish is not going to be something that is going to be devastating, but what is devastating is Hungrybox being blown to smithereens by Venom. Jane finally does France on him, which means Elementrix are out in the third situation. That means we are down to a 4v4. It's going to be T2K versus 7C Esports.
4v4. However, T2K have 3 players standing while Hungrybox and Fear are both bleeding out. And unfortunately, I believe Hungrybox, I think it's done. I don't think they're going to get the res onto him in the nick of time, can they? Yes, they can. But I think Fear is over. Fear is out of here. Unless they somehow pull off a miracle.
Fair is out of it. Another thing is, now this is what is going to go against T2K. The circle is in favor of T2K, and the way they are spread out, Jane has the right flank covered, Venom has their left flank covered, Skylight is going to be staying behind to make sure nobody comes in from the center.
There's one hay bale. There's one hay bale for 7Cs to work with, and unfortunately, this is dry land. They're out of their element.
Also, keep one thing in mind. They did deploy all their smoke grenades when they came under fire from ASL from the hill.
No, they still have one smoke.
Well, that one smoke might actually be their saving grace, but looks like T2K are going to be deploying a few smokes as well, making sure the enemy is at bay. They want to go for that drop after all. Frankie is going to see what is in there. Jane has been spotted out as a few grenades are going to go in his direction, but now Love, he needs to snake in. They need to be quiet. They need to be like predators. The Hungrybox gets up, spots out, Skylights in the distance.
That's huge. That's
knocks
huge.
him down. This means it is now going to be even Stevens, as Jane is going to be forced to go in for a revive.
And while that's happening, Turulov sneaking up, and Venom, he's completely unaware. He's unaware that there's a snake in the grass, and Turulov spots him out. Venom has no idea. Turulov can just ruin their day, and Venom's making quite a bit of noise, but now he seems to be aware, and that's going to be the time for Turulov to strike, and he's going to take out the SMG, switches over, but he doesn't win the duel. That was an easy free kill, but Venom survives on a sliver of HP.
What scares me is there is a gas cannon lying right behind Venom. If that goes boom, he is going to go up with it, but Hungrybox has been spotted. He takes him down, which means T2K's Venom is going to be good on his spotting prowess. One last man remaining from Team 7C's. Memo has been spotted out, and that is going to be the end of it. There you have it. Winner, chicken dinner is going to go the way of Team T2KSG. And let me tell you one thing, these boys deserved it. They started the day with a bang, and well, they showed us what they're made of in game number 3.
14 kills to the name as well. Brilliantly played in the end there, and Venom, he was done for. If he dropped there was a very real possibility 7C's going to run away with that map, but he stands and he delivers. And T2K, listen, we've been critical of them. We've told how disappointing
I think
they've
they've
been.
been listening to us.
Maybe, but you know what, late resurgence, I don't think it's going to be enough, but you know what? At least it makes things interesting for the overall standing.
We still have 2 games remaining. Mind you, a lot of the big names did fall earlier, so that is going to be something that's going to stop them.
So 2 games, so they got like, what, 29 points right now?
Another 30 points, another 60 points. They might just jump up on the leaderboard.
So you're saying they're going to get a hat-trick chicken dinner on the final day, on the final 3 games, while dropping 15 kills back to back to back. Could it happen? You know what? It could. I'm a believer as well. I think it could happen. It could very well happen. They were playing fantastic right now.
That is what we want right now, Blay. And with that, while we keep talking about our dreams and aspirations, why don't you all take a little bit of a breather? It's all right, buddy. We are going to get a quick break, and well, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Once again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia Season 2. This is Super Johnny on the analyst desk, being joined by Fixes and Ocean. And once again, Erangel was pretty interesting, right?
I mean, we're talking about the name T2K. They're always trained to kill. They know how to get those kill points for themselves, and alongside those 15 placement points that are just granted.
Riddle me this, right? There was a little bit of a speculation going on the caster's desk a couple of seconds earlier. Do you think the possibility is going to be there of T2K to get 3 back-to-back chicken dinners with 15 kills in each game? Well, we'll have the look at the MVP while we discuss that, because, well, it is going to be G.I. Jane.
Yet again. I mean, this lad has been doing so much, but is this going to be enough? is the bigger question over here. Of course, they did manage to get that chicken dinner. They've woken up to their senses, but I believe it's just a bit too late, or maybe not. Talk about the kills, 5 kills, amazing performance, 860 damage, that's good. And damage taken, I must say, 143. Number of I love you, and well.
All right, well, 1 assist is out here, but looking at where the graph stands, I would say Pentagram. So the maximum assist has been 3, I would say. This guy only had 1 for his own self. Obviously, that's nothing taken away from the assist, obviously, because, you know, kills and the formula it takes kills and survival time and obviously the damage, so that's good. Plus, we started off a hat-trick. We might end off the day with the hat-trick as well. You never know how this tournament just goes.
Well,
now that's interesting.
That is really interesting. That makes things a lot more interesting. But I have to say, I mean, this lad was touching every single right corner, as you mentioned. Damage, survival time, and kills. Let's also have a look at the top players, ladies and gentlemen, on your screens right now. And here they are.
Well, you know, starting things off with Jane, of course, no second thoughts. And then we have Skylight's YT also joining the fray. And there is no question as to who is going to be the top kill fraggers, because, you know, T2K going all ballistic with the number of kills. Acidus Esports, they completely have a different storyline, you know, not really being able to perform or do much. And Sonim, he's been fighting from the back lines, but Team Elementrix have been having such a tough time. But, you know, Ocean, one thing, for a split second, I really thought 7C could have pulled that win off.
I mean, SK49 coming out here, then Venom is also out there, Jane as well. So, in top players, and exactly, 7C might have just pulled that. Of course, you remember, we were talking about that push that happened, and then alongside the smoke area as the players were trying to push, and True Love was there. Almost 1 HP survival. That's the instinct.
I'll be honest, if that happened to me while I was in game, I would just leave my device, take a deep breath, and go into the zone of Zen.
Handshake, man. At that moment, you're just playing, and then you're like, no.
It was so close. I think it was like 2 or 3 HP on his opponent.
Exactly. That's where it all just goes down.
Yeah.
So what did we learn from here? Never pre-fire when you heal in Uzi.
Exactly. That is something that I think we have had that moment before as well. We have had that moment before as well. Don't pre-fire with an SMG in your hands, lads. But it is time for us to look at the standings of this game while we let that lesson sink in and see the points that were handed out to the teams.
There you go. T2K on top this time, 29 points. But like our casters are already speculating, like our casters are believing, well, T2K, they do have the potential. And every single time, the circle somehow goes on towards the northern side of the left military bridge. I mean, this is a spot where T2K really shines. And right off the get-go, when we did see that split division, that is the moment they took that compound. And they were up until there. The moment it shifted, they make a really good shift. The rotations were absolutely right. But 7C, they've been amazing. I really believe they kind of messed up in the end, but still puts them in contention for those top 3 position, and I'm happy with it.
I mean, that's really what A1 Esports. So this is the team that we were talking about, Abruptser, the team that was topping the charts, right? But Abruptser just had 2 points. A1 Esports had just 1. I want to see, I don't care right now if they're at first or second position. I want to see where the third position, how close it is, because this is where 40, 20, and 14K just comes in if you talk about the money grabs. And obviously, bragging rights just come in. You're in top 3, you're already bragging about it.
Exactly. I think, but for the teams that are in the bottom of the standings, it is more about their pride.
Yeah.
The pride of the region that they are playing for, the pride of the region they are representing, and the pride of their fans that they will be fighting for. Even if they don't make it into the top 3, even if they don't go to the Global Championship, they still need to have a really good standing. But we do have the match summary in front of us. Compared to the first game on Erangel, I have to say this looks pretty average.
Yeah, you know, this pretty much looks really average, but headshot numbers, I really like it. You know, it's been increasing by the day. Smokes and grenades kind of depend upon how the circle really pans out, how many players are surviving. This was kind of an open circle with not a lot of teams in contention in those final circles. And, well...
we are going to have a look at the zone replay right about now. And I have to say one thing. I mean, okay, so you might call me an evil man. You might call me the harbinger of chaos. Yeah, you would agree, right? Because when this game started, me and Ocean, we were having a conversation. I was like, I hope this is going to be a split circle the entire time. Well, towards the end, it did move to the north, but most of the time it was.
So this is where it was. Can we just pause it out in this one? So if you're talking about the circles, right? If there's water lines in the middle side of the islands or something, so the circle has to just leave or onto the fourth zone. The circle has to leave the water areas just so that, you know, it gets up to a land circle. Look at this time. ASC, A1 Esports. So this is where the fights happened of A1 Esports. Otherwise, you know, teams would have been good with their rotations because they had to take those 6 houses onto one side if they had to be good. But well, moving forward, as we'll be seeing, like Team Bublu has to move inside as well. ASL was looking pretty decent. But now comes the major thing. The circle's going to leave water sides. The circle's going to move onto the northern side. And as we just see and as we just look at this one. CZ, they are trying to acquire that central spot. As Kuni is just moving onto that road, he's trying to acquire that central spot. You get the central spot, you get an open area to play 360 degrees, and that's what CZ High Voltage was trying, but they kind of just failed on this one.
See, this is the house that I was talking about where T2K were. You know, rotating from the military base, making all the way in really quick. It's all about the timing, and that timing was perfect. But the circle was playing with the hearts of all these players, with the way things were panning out. It went right in the open. It was all those haystacks, those hay bales that was in between 7C and T2K over there. Now, this is where all the fights did happen. You know, Abrupt Slayer, Stalwart Esports, then Bublu. Every single team on the northern side, they were on the hills. And, you know, today, all the games that we did see did have a lot to do with the hills, you know, the sloping areas. And a lot of teams, while making their rotation, did get caught off.
I have to say, though, all the games yet, because we still have 2 more matches to go. But this one was pretty interesting, right? At one point in the game, I remember Ocean telling me, like, hey, we need to change our slogan. We need to go with now Bublu owns Erangel as well. Because they were doing really well for themselves. Really good positioning. And it looked like, well, they're going to have an easy time coming into the zone. But well, it was the zone, just the blue one, that got them in this matchup. And you have to be careful. Instead of being in the blue, you got to do the green. You got to do the do in the game, ladies and gentlemen. With that, let's have a look at do the do moments of this match.
I mean, if you're talking about the fights, the initial fights that actually started, when Legends was looking good, ASC was looking good. So you talk about the initial fights, right? It's not about how much loot do you have early for the stages. It's about how much impact can you get off the loot that you have. So that's where it all comes up. We see some SMGs in the early fights. Sometimes we even see pistols just right off the bat if the start's happening. We have seen shotguns as well, sometimes pan as well. So things all comes down. All of that comes down to your calculation. And that's where some teams just went down while the others, obviously, they were the last team standing of that fight.
Yeah, you know, what I really want to break down is the final fight, where I think T2K made a few mistakes considering those smokes that they had deployed, you know, completely kind of blocking up their own vision. That really gave the chance for True Love to really sneak in. And there were moments he did spot out the bodies, you know, through that, through that fog over there. And that was the moment he could have really struck him, because Skylights had already been knocked. And that is where 7C were really gaining the momentum over there. Had he not really misfired with his Uzi and the ship from both the players. Both of them shifted to DP, but it was Venom that came out on top. And I really felt at that moment, when the fight was going on, Hungry Box, he was ought to provide some kind of cover fire. Now, look at the situation. Now, True Love really goes in, and he gets knocked. This is where I thought maybe Hungry Box will provide the cover fire. He got spotted out. He gets taken down. Now, this is basically done so. Now, they've completely messed up. Mimo really gave up his position, and courtesy to which, T2K get this one home.
Exactly. They did get this one home indeed, and home with a lot of effort, I have to say, because would you look at that? A lot of damage being outputted by the team T2K, and all the other teams fail in comparison to them. That was super impressive, considering, as you guys explained it as well, we saw it in the zone replay, from where they started to where they had to be to get this chicken dinner. It was a long journey for them. The chicken dinner was really, I mean, it was literally hard to reach, right? You had to cross the bridges, you had to come across a lot of teams, and they somehow managed to avoid all of them. But let's talk about the teams who, well, they tried to make the journey but failed to do so. I'm talking about Team W this time. As we said, really good positioning, coming from a good direction, but it was the winners of the game, actually, who put out a lot of pressure, because fights in the open area are pretty tricky. Moving into that open area can be pretty tricky. If you are in there early, if you find cover for yourselves, you will be able to protect your home ground. You can call it your home ground. Just put your flag in the ground and it is going to be yours, and then you just have to defend. But defending is going to be really important, and if you can do that, the numbers that T2K has outputted, those are the numbers you should be seeing every single time. But for that, once again, let me take you back to the very first game. You have to understand the terrain that you're playing on.
Exactly, because those numbers, get added up, and that addition gets you somewhere till the end, right?
Exactly. Somewhere on the leaderboard, in fact, which we have in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, right about now.
Well, drum rolls, but that will not be needed right now because
Soon.
Abrupt Slayers, soon. I can see someone really creeping up. DRS Gaming already on the second position, taking that bounce over towards A1 Esports. Now they really need to step up. But Team Bablu, can they make it to the top 3? Can they tussle down the players of A1 Esports? It's just those 11 points, and one game might just change it up. And we know really what is coming in the store for us. 7C Esports also are fighting back. The second position is really good, but they do need some more points.
Think about this one. T2KSG, we talked about the chicken dinners, right? If T2KSG gets those points, maybe one more good game.
Okay.
They might just get
I have a surprise for you guys. It is going to be a surprise that's going to be incoming right after this leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. For you guys as well watching us at home, Hungrybox, the man who's always in the MVP or in the top players, always for his team, is going to be joining us after the leaderboard.
Well, that's a pretty good surprise, I would say. I'm just all in for that one. But well, moving forward, as I just want to meet him pretty soon, so I just need this to get done, right? So Elementrix, they've had a good outing, not the best in this one, but a decent one. Talking about after 18 games, when Legends is still kind of a bit struggling, and that's one thing that kind of bites me.
Done. It's done by this point. All these teams. I think it was a valiant effort from their side, but that is all that they can do right now. That is all the distance that they can really cover, because at the end of the day we just have 3 slots for the GC, and I believe it's just too late right now to make a comeback for the teams that are in the bottom half. But the teams that can really get in, it's just 40 points between 7C and if you talk about the top leaders.
I have a couple of questions for you guys. Do you have questions for Hungrybox Fixes?
Yeah, I said.
What about you, Ocean?
Obviously.
Well, let's call him then. Without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hungrybox from the team 7C. Congratulations on your performance. You are in the top 5 right now, Hungrybox. How are you feeling? Is the pressure there? That's going to be my question for you.
Hi, Johnny, bro. Big fan, first of all. So we are in the top 5 right now, but this journey hasn't ended yet, because we have a lot of work to do still now, because we have around 2 matches left. And currently, from the third position, we have around 13 points behind. So we need to cover that up, and we are really hoping for that late moment clutch that we can make sure that we can book our slot to the PMGC.
Well, that is an interesting thing, because so I read this somewhere as well. I have been quoting a lot of Art of War today, and there's this quote in that book. You just pretend to be weak so that your opponents become a little arrogant, and then you strike them, then you take them down. If that is your tactic, I'm pretty sure that is going to work, because you guys have been incredible, be it the league stages, be it the finals, be it your performances in the PMCO, and it has been really incredible to watch you and your team play together. And also, something I find really interesting, another question from my side, I'm going to wait before I throw it to these guys, is going to be the fact that Hungrybox, your team, it was quite interesting, the formation of this squad, because you have players from both the regions, Nepal and Bangladesh, and you have been performing phenomenally, even though the barriers of the distance are there between you and your teammates.
Yeah, so after PMCO, it has been a tough journey for us, because we have been trying out the new rosters, and 3 players are from Bangladesh and 3 players are from Nepal. So communication was the major issue here. So we spend around 2 hours a day for ourselves, so that we can groom each other, and so that we can overcome that barrier that we have in communication inside the game. So we tried really hard to come into this position, and right now what we are doing is just a better version of ourselves, and we will try to upgrade ourselves in the later stages of the tournament. So if we look back into PMPL scrims, it was another level of 7C. Into the league stage, it was another level of 7C, and in final, we completely changed ourselves. So in league stage, what we have seen, actually, we were getting kills, but we are not actually getting that positions point. So in final stage, we actually changed our strategies, and we are actually currently focusing on the position point. And right now, it was not going really good for us. And in the final that we are actually trying to cover that up with the kill point. So let's hope for the best. We are still, very, very nervous because our players are very young, and we are trying our level best just to hold our nerve, just to come down to the late game situation in the final circle, so that we can clutch that chicken dinner out. You have seen, like, we have got so many #2, but we didn't get the chicken dinner just for the nervousness that we have. So yeah, let's hope for the best.
Well, now it's over to you guys. Do you guys have any questions?
First of all, congratulations. You guys are an inspiration in your country over there. But, likewise, you were just mentioning about focusing on position points. But that is not your forte, right? You are the killmongers. You are the kill hoggers over there. You go for the kills. Do we expect 7C to get back into their old playing ways in the last two games remaining?
It actually depends. It actually depends on the scenario that we have in any particular match. So let's wait for that moment when we need to jump into the map. Then we will understand. We need to wait for that moment to tell you guys. So you guys will be watching it on the stream, obviously, and we will be casting that. So let's support that, and let's wait for that then.
Well, Hungrybox, thank you so much for your time. We're going to let you go because you have more matches to play. 2 more matches. All the best to you and your team.
Finger crossed.
All the best, buddy.
Fingers crossed indeed from us, from your fans, and the players are going to be performing really phenomenally in the next matches that they have to play, ladies and gentlemen. And he explained it so perfectly. I mean, the nerves of the finals are always going to be there in the players. But let us have a look at the schedule once again, ladies and gentlemen. We will be moving forward towards match number 4 now, which is going to be in the land of the desert, the map of Miramar. And also, let me tell you guys, after Miramar, once we come back on the analyst desk, do stay tuned because we have a pretty massive, a really big announcement coming about the Global Championship. So stay tuned for that. Keep watching the stream, and well, just wait to hear what we have to say to you guys. But I want to hear what my analysts have to say about this map that's about to happen. We're going to have a look at the map chance graph that's in front of us right now while these guys pick their teams.
And if we're talking about the map chances, we see one team at #1 in this particular map. Then VD and John Maras is the CC High Voltage and DE.
We see the owners of the map.
We see the owners of the map. We see which team owns the Miramar. You got to tell it? You want to tell it?
No, too much yapping over there. But really, this time around, I think I'll be going with 7C. Considering what Hungrybox really did say, I think these guys can really make it to the top 3.
Well, exactly. I agree with you. They have been doing so a little bit better than yesterday's performances for 7C. It's a little bit, I mean, with the last game as well. Felt like little by little, they were going towards the same 7C that we saw during the league stages. And, well, they will reap the rewards for the seeds that they have sowed in the past, ladies and gentlemen. All the hard work that has been put in by these lads. But you guys can also get some rewards for yourselves. That is the in-game rewards that you can receive for watching this broadcast in the Esports Center, ladies and gentlemen. Just activate your spectator missions, get those energy drinks, and get that beautiful, beautiful chicken outfit. And with that, I mean, my time on the analyst desk is coming to an end now, because I will be walking over this desert, and I'm really afraid of the experiment, because this man is a deadly sniper.
Well, I'm not going to be sniping you right now because I know you want to be in our team as it is, because you always keep walking over every now and then, and I know you have enough of fixes and Ocean, but anyway, already it is going to be Miramar. They've taken their picks. My dear friend Blay.
This one's hard, right? Like, look, I'm going to be signing for Ocean for one time. This one time.
You did it the last time as well, just to make sure you all remember. You remember that?
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, fine, a second time. He keeps saying Bablu owns Miramar. I think they need to step it up. And this is the map where they turned the tides, and this is where they stepped it up. Right now, they're not in the top 3. I mean, what better time to solidify the placing and get that top 3 placing?
I mean, well, if they do own Miramar, we're going to find out if that is going to be true, because, well, this is the last-ditch effort to make up any points, but I'm going to be picking no one this time around. And I'll tell you why. because I'm going to pick a few teams. I want to see that competition get razor thin. And,
I know you like
well,
drama.
I love me some drama. And, well,
right.
with that...
I'm going to go towards House of the Boss.
All right.
Hacienda del Patron, if you like.
I get it. But, alrighty, with that, match number 4 of the final day is going to be underway. It's going to be Miramar and, well... You have picked a team, my dear friend.
I have picked Bablu. They have been an exciting team to watch. It is going to be the penultimate game of the PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia as well. We have only 2 more remaining. Miramar is going to be the one before we, of course, have Erangel. We do have the countdown coming in as well. And one thing I got to say, XP, A1 Esports, I think they might need an energy drink. They might need to kick up their butt as well because they have been super quiet today. The second position has been relinquished and taken over by DRS. And even though they're 171 points and the 4th team is Bablu on 160, like we say, 11 points, that's nothing as we do have the plane path. It's going to cut the map exactly in half. It's going to be starting all the way from east, heading over Junker, passing over San Martin as well, and heading just south of El Pozo.
Now, looking at the fact that the plane path is going to be cutting it in half, are you a top or a bottom? What side would you prefer?
I'm more of a top guy.
Ah, I see that. A lot more places over there. I see the Hacienda del Patron is over there, the House of the Boss, of course. So, yeah, I kind of get it. But let's have a look and see where all our players are going to be dropping because, well, all the favorite drop spots are going to be in contention. But I want to see some drama early on. I haven't really seen Miramar light up at the beginning.
That is true. That is true. And also, we haven't seen too many Miramars being played here so far in the finals. Obviously, been more of the Erangels, a little bit more of the Sandhouse. So taking a look at the plane path, taking a look at the teams heading towards where they usually drop. Any surprises or anything sticking out for you here, XP?
Well, as of right now, I just see pretty much a lot of color on my screens. Of course, as the teams are going to be moving away, we'll have a better idea of where they are going. Now, I want to see some action in Los Leones, and I already know A1 Esports. Well, as usual, they are going to be heading to their favorite drop spots, but Stalwart Esports are going to be just a little bit north at La Bendita, so, you know, expect these two teams to have an early skirmish at some point or the other. But the question is, where is the first circle going to form?
Indeed, and we're going to be finding that out in the next few seconds. PN Crew, they really like going out of the way, heading to the periphery of the maps. We know where they like to head towards Stalber, for example, towards Stalber, rather, when it comes to Erangel. And here they're going to be going towards Tierra Bronca.
Now, they have been going towards Tierra Bronca and Campo Militar, but, well, we have a
Spicy.
circle.
I like it.
Looks like normally Erangel is the one that is the wannabe Vikendi. Looks like
baby.
Miramar, again, it's all about life, right? You have all this dryness, you need some water in your life. But talking about PN Crew, yes, they are heading up north, and looks like they are going to be going towards Campo Militar. However, the Graveyard and Minas Generalis is where they usually drop. So I like the fact that they are changing things around.
They're changing things around. Of course, they have been a team who have been on a warpath. Even though they had a terrible start to the finals, they have been just getting kills time and time again, getting team wipes against more favored opponents. And it's going to be, it is indeed going to be a very, very slow start to the game here. Everyone's kind of far away from each other as we do take a look very quickly at the overall standings. Now, Abrupt Slayers still in the first place. They have a lead of 12 points. And then we have DRS Gaming. They have managed to clinch that second spot, 174 points to their name. And A1, they were first for half an hour yesterday. They've been in the second place for a very long time as well. But now they've dropped down to the third place. Though, the difference is just 3 points, and right now Abrupt Slayers, DRS, and A1 Esports are the favorite teams to qualify for the Global Challenge. Bablu and 7 Seas, you can never, ever count them out.
I mean, you can't count them out, but having a look at the top 5 teams, you can't really count anyone out, even in the 6th and 7th position, because, well, everyone is going to get a little sick of me saying this, but one good game makes all the difference. Now, the thing is, we only have 2 games remaining, so expect a last-ditch. You know what I'm expecting in the last game? We talked about targeting. I am expecting a lot of teams to be changing their drop spots and trying to, you know, gun down the big dogs early on. But, well, in this game right now, I did want some action early on. That is not going to be what is happening on our screens because, well, no one is really close to one another. And talking about DRS, they are a team that are very versatile. They do get good placement points, but their aggression is something that they are known for. And, well, I want some action over here, Blaine.
I mean, the team who's known for aggression, A1, it's like they're still asleep.
It's not that they're just known for aggression. I guess A1 is literally the best balanced team in this tournament so far.
Consistent.
They haven't consistent. They haven't won the maximum amount of chicken dinners, but they have been in the top 5 time in and time out, and that is something that helps them. And you know, talking about kills, if you do survive till that the end game so many times, you are going to pick up a few kills on the way. So again, it's a balance. It's a give and take, right?
Indeed,
so
it
I
is.
guess you got to focus on both if you want to make it to the top.
And also, like, the really cool thing about some of these teams, like we have, Abrupt Slayers, DRS, A1. These guys are from Nepal and, of course, from Bangladesh as well. We have Team Bubble from Pakistan representing their country. 7C, the only team which is a multinational team. They are a mix of Bangladeshi and Nepalese players, which is pretty cool. It's cool to see there, like we have these, kind of like teams. Usually when it comes to the South Asian region, when it comes to teams, not just in PUBG Mobile, but other esports as well, it's always 90% of the time, 99% of the time, teams, all 4 members, all 6 members coming in from the same country. Having this cross-country international mixed lineups and playing well and performing well, that opens things up. That means, imagine mixing and matching players from different regions and forming a super team. That would be super sick.
I mean, we do talk about being in the 21st century. Communication, telecommunication, all this technology has brought people together. But even games like PUBG Mobile, I mean, the fact that you just said that we have multinational teams over here, it feels good. It feels good that, everyone is getting along, and it is a different situation in the chat at times. But again, it's that patriotic fervor that comes in, right? I mean, you are playing for those top 3 spots of the Global Championship, but you also are representing your nation in a way, and, well, we might just see some peace and harmony between the two countries in the future if the boys are going to do well in tournaments such as this.
It's ironic how a game which deals with guns and bullets
is going to bring around peace.
is bringing everyone together, despite years of history and whatnot. It's super cool. I love to see it. Peace and harmony all around. And of course, not in the server. In a server, I want to see people getting shot in the faces. As we're going to be jumping into the POV of Dead Eyes guys. Right now, they're not in the top 5. They're not in the top 5 XP.
I think they're in the 6th position, just shy of the top 5. In fact, 2 points shy of 5th place, 7C, 156, and well, 7C are at 158.
That's 15 points away from A1. There's still a chance. 2 maps remaining, 2 games remaining. There's still a chance for any of these teams in the top 8 at the very least to make it to the Global Challenge. We're going to be swapping over to Team Skites. This is a team who are languishing at the bottom of the overall table, but they have slowly but surely been having an upward trajectory when it comes to their performance. They've been winning a lot of duels, taking a lot of fights, and basically being a pain in the behind of a lot of these, well, more favored teams.
Same is the case with PN Crew, because they were pretty much on the latter half of the table, and now, well, they are sitting in a good position. So, I mean, Blair, I think some might say that, A, it's a bit too late and, it's not going to make an impact in the tournament. But what I feel is it is going to boost their confidence. It is going to make them better for the tournaments to come because, mind you, there are going to be plenty of PUBG Mobile tournaments in the future. So I guess it is a win-win situation. They are learning. They are going to walk away with some money. And you know what? It's going to make them perform even better the next time around.
There's no point just curling up and dying. They go out, but if you're going to go out with a bang, go out with a fighter. That's exactly what PN Crew, as well as Team Skites, are basically channeling. And I'd love to see that. Ayush, a little bit of a mistake over there, but that's okay. There's no one nearby. The gunshot might have been heard.
There is someone nearby, my dear friend, and that is a team which actually PN Crew and John Mara have faced off one another a couple of times, but
I don't think Zero Fear is going to go for this. It's not worth it. He's
because
alone.
Have a look at Wang. He's already on a southward projection.
Well, we could be wrong. A few bullets getting rattled off, and John Mara's like, all right, let's take a few pots. Let's take a few pots. Let's see if it's going to work our way. They do have the advantage of the ridge. The thing is, both the teams are inside of the safe zone, so there's no need for PN Crew to really aggress and take this fight or invite John Mara to take this particular fight. So we're not going to be seeing any... And we're not going to be seeing any particular skirmishes taking place early here. Can we take a look, production, very quickly at the map so we can see where the top teams are? Thank you. Production has been absolutely on point. Shout out to the guys who are actually doing the real work, not us two fools who are just yapping away. Team Bubble, again, they're a team. There's still a chance of them to qualify for the Global Challenge. The thing is, like you said, taking a look at this map, they have to face up against DRS and high voltage coming in as well. This could get messy.
You know what's happening? Team Bablu is going to take that scenic road all the way down south, hopefully driving along. Well, I was wrong because it looks like they are going to be heading north. They are in a collision course with DRS Gaming and CZ High Voltage. Expect a few drive-bys. I mean, we are in the desert. It's pretty much California, so, we could expect some drive-bys happening right now. I do hear a vehicle in the background. We're going to be joining them right now.
It's going to be...
There you go.
The thing is, they're driving parallel to each other, but
they don't know it.
They don't know it, and eventually it's gonna. Oh, they see each other. They see each other. DRS sees them. The problem for DRS is, for at least for AJ, there's no one in the vehicle for him to kind of like rattle off a few bullets in his direction. But
pretty much the problem for every team.
That's a problem. They all are going in their own vehicles, but in the meantime, 7C's actually taking the fight to John Mara, and Wang, well, he's been snapped in half and broken, and they're going to be rattling a few bullets as well towards the second player for the side of John Mara, and that is Zero Fear. He will escape for the time being. And that's John Mara. We expected the fight between P and Crew and John Mara. Instead, 7C's is going to find the nade. Well, it cooks it a little too long, and it's going to explode in the air, not finding anything but Zero Fear. Well, you know what? He's going to be feeling a little bit of fear.
A little bit. Some little sensation down the back of his spine. But, well, Hungry Box did say in the interview that he is hungry for kills, and his team is looking to go all the way. So it looks like First Blood is something that they are going to be happy with. But right now, this fight is taking place along the eastern coast of Miramar, just south of El Azahar and east of Minas Generalis, as all other teams are now going to be moving into the circle. I am still concerned of what's going to happen in Los Leones, because it did look like High Voltage, DRS Gaming, and Team Bablu were heading in that direction. However,
they've actually avoided each other.
They have. They saw each other. They were like, nope, not right now.
Both those teams, both DRS and Team Bablu, have a lot to lose, and especially when it comes to these sort of skirmishes, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth taking these sort of like drive-by skirmishes, because it's so 50-50 at times, right? And well, Bablu, they've gone pretty deep, just northwest of Puerto Parayo. And DRS and safety as well. High Voltage are taking a long path around down south. Take a look at Team Sky as well. They're going to be driving on straight into Los Leones. They're going to be finding any problem whatsoever. I'm taking a look at the circle. And it's going to shift further to the east and up north. Meaning, take a look at Team Bablu. Look who's waiting for them. T2K, A1, and ASC. It's going to get real bloody down south right now.
It is indeed, and I like Elementary's position. They did.
Leon,
let's just appreciate it right now. Let's all just take a moment of silence.
I think it's very fitting. I think it's very fitting that it's Leon, the professional, the assassin, who's going to get the gun. I don't know how many people have watched a movie Leon Professional. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
My mind is going on whether he's going to be a king or not, whether he is going to live up to his name and be the king of Leon, but we are going to have to wait and find out, as G1 Crazy is going to be rattling off on A1 Esports. Jax is already on his knees. That vehicle is going to go boom any second now. I love the fact that they are moving in. Muffin, in fact, gets taken down easily. Dante is going to be on the assault away. Spots Hanuel. No, he doesn't. He, in fact, wanted to go for the kill. That could be devastating for him, but he is going to recuperate just a little bit. Hanuel now going to... Oh, my goodness, beautiful. I thought he would have gone him. Dante had the right idea in mind, but Hanuel just reacted a bit quicker. The first hit is going to come in, and Muffin is going to get the revive.
Dante, he is so close. He's a footstep away from the 9th circle of hell. And unfortunately for him, none of his teammates well, I don't seem to be going in to help him out. Jax, though? No, he's going to be too late. Dante, unfortunately, he will fall. And now Hanuel, nade cooked. Ready. So is Jax. They're going to see each other, but nade's going to come on in a little bit earlier, and it's a little too deep. But Muffin, he will survive. Jax as well, not taking too much damage. In the meantime, Zero Fear from John Mara has eventually been found out by 7C's. And look at Kurkure sneaking in from behind, but Sinister spots him out. And 6ix9ine taking the duel, but the M4, beautiful spray from him. Precision
Here
shots.
comes the nade.
And Sinister tossing in a nade, but Kurkure takes a bit of damage from the nade. And is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Sinister needs to get this knock, but he's not able to. And Kurkure, finally, he drops to his knees. And this battle, it's not quite done yet. Sinister holding the line pretty much single-handedly as Jax is raining down lead from above, and one man left standing for ASC. It's Hanuel. He's going to get 2. It's a 1v1 right now. Hanuel desperately trying to get the knock onto Sinister, and he will almost find it. Sinister alive on one sliver of health, and he will still be around. He will get the knock, and now one man left standing. A1 Esports will somehow clutch it out. Sinister. What a clutch. What a play. And the Sidious Esports, they had everything going for them, and Sinister looked them straight in the eyes and said, no.
Well, he definitely had something sinister in mind for the opposition as he held down the fort to perfection. And in fact, the revives are going to be coming in on Jax and 6ix9ine, which means A1 Esports are still going to be a 3-man squad. Oh my goodness. Had G1 Crazy acted a bit quicker, coordinated a little better with his teammate, it would have been the other way around. But that is all she wrote. And with that, CDS Esports are going to be the first team to bow out from this game. Now, Teen Wolf from Team Bablu. Ooh, he has T2K in his sights. And, of course, they are collecting as much information as they can right now.
And Team Bablu needs to be wary of their behinds because High Voltage is also playing the same game. They are playing the cliffs. They're sneaking in from behind. Now, I'm sure Bablu will be very aware because they did see a couple of teams passing by when they were driving towards Impala. And, well, Sky's going to be joining the fray as well. DRS and ASL, they are pretty close by towards La Bandita, but no skirmishes yet. They're going to be waiting for the next circle, the next zone, and that's when they will be going for the rotation. That's when the bodies are going to hit the floor.
I am actually surprised that there are so many teams on the Eastern Front right now. It's pretty unprecedented. You don't really see that a lot in Miramar.
All quiet on the Eastern Front.
Ah,
so far, so far,
I love
High
it.
Voltage.
I love all these references, but now High Voltage is coming in. Are there going to be any sparks flying? No, they are just going to drive on through as Team Bablu is looking on. Ooh, Tyrant is relaying on that information. Now they open up. Looks like Zibian is the first one to be shot, but Ozzy takes a few damage hits as well. Assassin gets a knock on Zibian from afar. Teen Wolf with the grenade. He is trying to go for behind the vehicle. Ozzy's got to be careful. Could have a little bit of splash damage from behind, but that is not going to be the case right now. Nay 7 on the other hand has been taken out by Tyrant all to completion as Ozzy goes down with a beautiful grenade courtesy of Danny. Now Teen Wolf with his Ratata moves in for the kill. Assassin is going to be the next one in line, and Cooney is going to knock out Tyrant, which means both these teams, they have traded a few members here and there, but let's see what Cooney does. He does have 2 kills for his team right now. Danny is making a move for it. I think he is going to run away and live to fight another day, but he does get spotted out. Cooney is going to be relentless. Now Cooney needs to get some cover as well, as Teen Wolf is now focusing on the gentleman as, ooh, he almost got him. He gets Danny.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Precision shots, the headshot, and he's going to be looking for the kill. There's another player bleeding out from Team Bablu right behind, and Teen Wolf is taking so much damage as well from the nade, and he might be the last man left standing for Team Bablu. This was their opportunity for them to steal away a top 3 spot, but this could come to a very, very rough end indeed for Bablu. Teen Wolf, he needs to try his best to keep his team alive, to keep his team in the running, but right now there's nothing he can do to help out Danny and Tyrant because they are bleeding out in the open. The soil is caked in red, and Assassin and Cooney are looking for the final kill.
Talk about being a bloody assassin. Cooney and Assassin are going to be ready to make sure that the revives are not going to come through. Tyrant is still bleeding out on his knees. He's going to be taken out. I mean, that is patience. But elsewhere, blah, 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 from Elementrix is going to open up on Jean Mara as Gunnar has been taken down. But Mr. Hyozu is going to confirm the kill. Cooney finally puts Danny in the ground as, well, Bablu are reduced to a one-man squad. And that man is going to be a lone wolf by the name of Teen Wolf.
You know the problem right now? For High Voltage, they're looking for this final kill, and guess who's sneaking up from behind them? Guess who's sneaking up from behind them as Tamim's gonna knock himself out of the station. That is rough indeed. Skies is sneaking in from behind.
Well, they have been spotted as Zaboot gets taken out from his vehicle by Cooney with some precision shots off his own. Well, Sides are going to be regretting that decision. They did hear all the commotion. Maybe they should have stopped their vehicles a bit far behind and scouted up ahead. But now Phobia realizing that, well, talk about adding insult to injury. We have another pan wipeout. And with that, Cooney is on a domination spree with 3 kills. But now Cooney is going to spot the remaining members of Sides. Will not spot, but rather hair them as they are going to be driving to safety. Elsewhere, Venom Legends Rafith is going to open up on Stalwart Esports as Malik has been brought down to his knees.
I like the call from Sky. They're like, we could take this fight, but, you know, High Voltage have advantage of, you know, being entrenched on that cliff area, or rather they can head straight to the safe zone because it is still quite a bit. They have to traverse a road of death. And Venom, they are getting assaulted from different directions. Baba, however, out in the open. In the meantime, Teen Wolf is still alive, but Ghost should get a trade. He's going to get a trade. And with that, it is going to be good night, goodbye for Team Bablu. You just get 2 points. That's not enough, XP.
Well, the Kings of Miramar are not going to be owning this map this time around. They have been sent off packing in the 15th position, but the fight is still going to go on between Stalwart Esports and Venom Legends. And I think Blay has something cheeky.
Nothing cheeky. Ocean keeps saying they own the Miramar, but Bablu got owned.
They got owned right now, indeed. And we did kind of think they were in a good position, but I guess that they just left it for a bit too late.
To take nothing away from High Voltage.
Oh,
they
no,
played
no,
that
no,
so
no.
well.
They played the fact that Assassin and Cooney kind of exhibited that patience and didn't go in for the kill because they needed those positions. That is a testament to how good a team it is. But now the question is, are they going to make it to circle as Phobia has been spotted out? A grenade has been lobbed. The grenade goes boom. But Phobia is like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah, the second nade won't have enough time. He's trying to spot him. He hears a vehicle. He knows where he is, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a line of sight. And T2K, they're going to be falling back. Lights just opting not to take a solo fight. Not really worth it. 14 teams still in the running. 46 players alive. The number of these teams are down to like 1 player, 2 players. A1 have only 2 players alive. Gianmara have only Extreme still up and running. Kuni and Assassin for high voltage. And the rest of them, though, most of them have, you know, they're pretty good. DRS, meanwhile, taking the fight to Stalwart. And Baba is kind of alone. He runs it through the flames. Drop and roll. Drop and roll. Drop and roll.
That is what he's doing. In fact, I think the first aid is going to be coming in as well. I mean, who runs into fire like that? The floor is always lava, but now Rafith is going to reciprocate with a grenade off his own. Is that grenade going to be good? It isn't. It does shake his opponent, though, as Mafia Ninja is going to come under fire from elsewhere. The sides are moving in as well. Of course, these fights are taking place on the southern aspect of the circle.
Why is Baba walking around with a pan?
Because he is optimistic. He's like, you know what? I'm going to sneak up on my opponents and just knock him in the head. Bang! That's what he wants.
You're good with the sound effects. Well, Kashuf, he does have his M4 out. And he's hearing a lot of bullets. He's not really showing himself out, but Kashuf, I take his name, and he will be taken out. AJ from afar. The Mini 14 goes dack, a dash. And with that, Baba's going to be left alone, and all he has is a pan. He's crawling on the floor, and if Baba gets spotted out, and Nima's aware, Nima knows where he is. Mafia should be careful, as Venom's going to find him from above, from the top of the rooftop of the compound he's in. And that's going to give Baba a few more seconds of respite as he tries his desperate best not to show anything and hope and pray no one looks his direction.
Baba is not going to move a muscle, and have a look at that. The lounge, or rather the drawing area of that car, of that house, is going to be a garage, as we had 3 cars packed in. But now Venom, Rafith unknowingly just helped out Baba, and Stalwart Esports are going to be counting the lucky stars, because remember, Baba is the last man standing. He is the last man carrying that torch forward into battle, and well, he doesn't really have many options right now. Venom Legends, they are kind of spread out to
Kuni's not done yet.
Kuni is not done yet. Well, he is going to live up to his name. He wants to murder any and everything that he sees moving in his path.
Well, he is indeed living up to his name. He's making a bloody mess of everyone. DRS going for the rotation, flanking around Venom. And Venom's going to use that opportunity to get inside their vehicle, to have all 4 players alive. So they have the man advantage. Baba, still alive, still crawling. He's got a little bit of a mini valley, but Detrone's going to... Is he going to go for the kill? They know he's there.
They need to move because the zone is starting to move, and it is going to be about 400-500 meters out. But Ayush over here has other ideas, as he's going to take the fight to CZ high voltage. Oh, Kuni blown to bits with a perfect grenade from Mr. Boro. This should set them up. The question is, has P and crew been paying attention to the kill feed? Because if they have been, they know only 1 member from HV is left standing. And here comes the push. Mr. Boro is going to make sure he finishes off Kuni, as Assassin is now the last man standing. But he is looking the other way. Oh, I like this. He goes into first-person perspective. He's waiting. He knows where the enemy is. He's like, alrighty, who is going to pull the trigger first? I expect a little bit of free fire coming in. But again, the fact that he is not moving a single muscle and not giving any sound cues leads me to think P and crew are oblivious that there's an enemy in the midst.
No, they should know. They should know, obviously, right? Because they got the knock. They didn't get the immediate kill.
However, there's another fight taking place elsewhere, so that is going to be drawing their attention. Have a look. They have already forgotten about this and now are shooting up at the members of A1 Esports. Mind you, 7C is going to be nearby as well, as Venom Legends are taking the fight to T2K. T2K Frankie with a massive grenade on Shuvo, takes out D-Tron and takes out Nightwing. 3 out in 1 grenade as Frankie goes in and seals the deal. He finds the last member as well, and there you have it. We have a squad wipe. We have a clutch. Frankie with 4 quick kills to his name.
Assassin in the meantime hiding, biding his time, hoping that no one looks at him, and they have no idea. They think he's left. They think he's run away. And Boro, okay, they're going to leave him alone, and I don't know how high voltage are still in this game.
Well,
it's
when
ludicrous.
you are an assassin, you are trained in the art of being very, very quiet and being out of sight, of course. So I guess all the training is coming in right now. Now, Venom needs to patch himself up, as T2K's respite has ended, as sights are going to be moving in the neighborhood as well. Meanwhile, Frankie does take out Baba, which means that Stalwart Esports are going to be the exiting this game in the 12th position. Gianmara just before them out in the 13th. Now, all this is going to to happen? We are going to have a little bit of an urban warfare happening. Dead Eyes guys, mind you, have a look at your minimap. They are the only team which have the highest ground. But if the zone does not favor them, they are going to have to come down. And T2K is going to come up behind them. Sights are going to be coming up behind them. DRS Gaming could be a thorn in the sides. But now we have two main battles erupting. One is going to be in the city, and one is going to be who is going to be the king of the hill, basically.
King of the hill, well, we don't have that answer yet. Ghost gonna fall down to his knees and he will be finished off. His soul will, well, exit his body. And with that, Skythe, I do believe, are down to the one last man phobia. Now, no, so I take that back. Razur's still alive as well on the other side of the circle, which is interesting.
No way that he's getting picked up.
Yeah, he's kind of screwed right now. DRS Gaming, 4 points, 4 alive. Dead Eyes, guys, 3 points, 4 alive, 7 Cs, P and Crew, Elementrix, Abrupt Slayers. None of them have suffered a single casualty. T2K, 1 man down. They're going to be okay. And it's going to be T2K. I take the name and Venom. That vehicle explodes. He's in the blue. He's taking damage from the bullets, from the zone, from everything. And Raided's like, oh yeah, baby, let's go. As it's going to be DRS joining the fray as well.
T2K.
And T2K are getting pounded and grounded from every single team on that hill. And Frankie, he's not long for this world.
He is not long for this world, and I love the fact that DRS Mafia Ninja was the one who knocked out the opponent earlier, but Rated over here capitalized on the situation to perfection, getting the kill. And there you have it. Frankie's life is going to be snuffed out by the play zone, which means T2K are going to be exiting in the 11th position with 5 kills to their name. A major contrast as to what we saw in the last game. He still hasn't moved, but I think he's going to find out now. Phobia suddenly realizes, oh my goodness, there was somebody over there, and with that, Sights are going to be eliminated as well.
There were 4 alive.
Wow.
There were 4 alive, and in the end, Assassin is still living and breathing.
Oh my goodness. He is taking his team up on that leaderboard for this gameplay.
That is nuts. That is actually nuts from
And
Assassin.
you did say, let's not take anything away from high voltage. Well, can you?
You cannot at all. They're making life miserable. And bear in mind, 7 Cs, they're in 6-7 position. There's a good chance of them to kind of knock down a couple of teams from the top 3. But with that play from Assassin, it's just gone wrong. And we take a look at this picture. Take a look at the 9 teams left inside the circle. A few of them are not even in the safe zone. We still have DRS heading towards safety. We have Dead Eyes who will have to head down from their little bit of a mountain. And while they do that, they get completely wrecked. AJ, Galzin, they're going to fall as Fear 7 Cs raining death and hellfire from above.
Well, DRS was first. Now, Dead Eyes guys are going to be in the line of fire as Mr. Hills, who desperately trying to knock out members from Dead Eyes guys. Wadusir is taken out by Heaven. In fact, Jari is going to put him in the ground. And wait a second, we have a little bit of a flip-flop over here as Wadusir, good accuracy, puts down some shots on Leon, almost knocking him down, but gets taken down from Future Station's machine from elsewhere. And with that boom, that is going to be the end of his game.
There were 3 teams.
There were 3 teams
shooting at him.
Like I said, they had no option. High Voltage Assassin finally biting the bullet as he gets eliminated in the 9th position with 6 kills. Absolutely take a bow. And now Mr. Hill, the spot Sinister running across the road. He gets the kill, but will Ayush knock him down? Yes, he does! What is happening? This is absolutely chaos. It's every man for himself.
A1 though, somehow Jax Lee makes his way to his teammate. He's going to smoke himself off. He's going to get the res on. P and Crew, they are also facing a lot of problems. They're getting naded and shot at by Elementaries across the road. 7Cs, actually I got confused with the 7Cs and Skythe earlier on. Skythe got knocked out. 7Cs, all of them are still in the running. They're looking very good at the moment. The nades just exploding. It's a plume of smoke as well as A1. The res will be coming in, and A1 still alive. But Boro, he's aware. He's going to go for a pre-fire. He tags Sinister, but the res has come in, I do believe, and Jax has managed to heal himself.
I'm just surprised right now. I just want to take a moment, and all these teams are pretty much right next to each other. Grenades are going to be popping off left, right, and center. And, well, Season is trying his best to make sure the enemy is kept at bay. Now the circle has kind of moved in on itself, which means all these teams on our screen are going to have to move further in. Sinister with the grenade. He could be devastating for P and Sandesh. If that connects, that is when the push comes in. Mr. Boro gets spotted out, and he gets blown to smithereens with a grenade by Sinister.
They need to
truly move. A sinister plot over here. But now Ayush and Season, they've got to move. They have to move.
No, so do A1. A1 needs to move as well right now because their position is compromised. And Ayush, who's going to be tossing in a fadeaway nade, is not going to find anything. But Chari from ASL, his nade's going to find one. Take a look at where Memo is. So far from the rest of his team, nade's going to come on in. That should be it for Sinister, but he still stays alive. But no, they're going to get knocked out. Sinister's done for, and I do believe with that A1 will bow out in the 7th position. 19 left alive, 18 left alive, 6 teams still in the running. 7C's looking very good. This is the chance The opportunity for 7 Seas to somehow get a top 3 position. A season from above. He gets a knock as well. A1 Esports gets eliminated. Sonum's going to find 7 Seas memo. Steel Shot does reply back onto Ayush. This is a battle on multiple fronts, and I have no idea who's going to come out on top.
I'm pretty sure we are going to get confused later on, but looks like Elementrix are going to come with a heavy fire. This could be a devastating grenade coming in. It has been lobbed. DRS Gaming out in 6th position with 4 kills today, and not a bad outing, but Mr. Hyozu does connect with the grenade, takes out blah, 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 takes out Orange, which means Elementrix are now hanging on by a thread. Sonim and Mr. Hyozu are the only ones alive. Now that is going to be where grenades are going to be going off. Sandesh with a follow-up grenade gets Sonim, which means Mr. Hyozu is the last man standing. This is it.
It's another one.
This is it. Boom goes the dynamite, and with that, Elementrix have been put in the ground.
PN Crew, you know what the PN stands for? Pain, because that's what they're delivering right now, completely, utterly obliterating Elementrix. And we're down to the final 4, 11 left alive inside of the circle. ASL, all 4 still in the running. We have 7 Seas down to 3 players, PN with 2, and Future Station taking the fight, and Season's going to get knocked by Future Station, but in turn, the trade comes in across the street from 7 Seas. Turula finds Steel Shot, and now Machine and Sandesh, the only 2 players left standing for PN Crew and Future Station. A Molotov tossed in behind the smoke, that's going to affect ASL. It's going to come down to ASL and 7C Esports.
ASL need to move in, and that's a beautiful Molotov. They are not going to know that they're going to be running in fire any second now. They could be burned to a crisp. Chari on the right flank, he needs to deal with PN Sandesh. Looks like Sandesh is going to go off on a little bit of a heal off. 7C are going to be getting ready for that assault coming in, but look at all the smoke being deployed. That is beautiful as we're down to the final 3 teams. 7C gets taken down. Love gets taken down courtesy of Joker. This is when ASL are going to be moving in. 7C Memo is the last man standing, but he is going to be bombarded by grenades as well. He has been spotted. Joker sees him. He jumps, but that is not going to be enough. That means we are now down to a 4-on-1 situation. Abrupt Slayers play are making a statement.
They are making a statement. It's Sandesh still in the blue. He's trying to delay the inevitable. He has been spotted out. He's going to find one. He's still taking so much damage. He needs to find more. He's going to find another knock, but in the end, he's not able to get the clutch, the 1v4. It doesn't happen. Valiant effort in the end. But the kings, the real kings of Miramar, the real kings of the Pubg Mobile Pro League South Asia, Abrupt Slayers, well, ladies and gentlemen, they want that first spot. They want the $25,000. They want to be the king. $24,000. $20,000?
I think it's $40,000, isn't it?
It's $40,000.
Yes, sir. There you go. It's all good. It's all about the money, but it's all about getting to the global championship as well. It was almost like, they started off with a bang. They were like, we're going to take things a little bit easy, and boom, they made quite a statement. Winner, chicken dinner is going to go Abrupt Slayers' way. And let me tell you one thing, ain't nothing abrupt about this game. They were a well-coordinated unit.
Thing is, 7 Seas, they still came in 3rd. They still got a lot of kills. Is it enough for them to solidify a top 3 placing? We're going to find it out later. Yeah, I'm not going to think about it. Math is hard for all of us. Both XP and I, that's the reason we cast video games. We're kind of dumb otherwise. So we're going to leave that for the smart boys on the analyst desk after the short break.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the PMPL South Asia Season 2. This is Super Johnny on the analyst desk, being joined by Fixes and Ocean, the actual 2 smart ones who can do a lot of calculations. And I guess the calculated approach of Abrupt Slayers just paying off really, really well. Also, as Hungrybox mentioned, 7 Seas. I'm pretty sure they're going to be holding a really good spot for themselves.
Yeah, they did not want to go without a fight, right? And they actually went in guns blazing, everything.
Talk about things going off. So a lot of nades in the hand of Sandesh did go off in his opponents. Let's have a look at the MVP, ladies and gentlemen. Who is it going to be? And it is Sandesh from PN Crew.
The last-ditch effort from the man who is regarded as the deadliest sniper this time around in the league. 701 damage, 3 kills is a testament of how good this player is. And imagine in the parallel universe, outside the circle, clutching out all the players of Abrupt Slayers. Could have gotten those 2 kills, and of course, could have even increased his kill numbers to maybe 7.
So there's someone who actually has 710, 712 damage. Apart from, we are just talking about this one, he had almost
the damage taken.
Yeah, he had almost the maximum.
Is this the lowest in this this time?
I believe.
Yeah, this is the lowest in this time. Like we have seen what? So we have seen 74, 99. So this is obviously the lowest.
A little bit of a blockade. One of Legends could be hanging around just to get a few lucky kills, but looks like ASC's Muffin might have spotted the enemy, and the enemy is 7C Esports. And now we have a look at the live rankings. Abrupt Slayers, they are kind of etching out a little bit of a lead. However,
7Cs, 4 points. And they're coming under heavy fire from Muffin, who will unfortunately just land one tag. He's going to go for the reload, and unfortunately for him, Fear has made an escape. 7C getting knocked out early here in this map. It's gonna be heartbreaking for them. And again, same for Team Bubble, 162 points. They just need one good game. This could be it for them.
Now, 7C normally do drop down in Pachinki play, and we did see Love with the only man pretty much in the city at that time, which means the question is, why were his teammates a bit further back? Now, I do know that, you want to try and move in from that squad house a bit to the north. I'm going to come back to in a second as Nay7, while in the car, is trying to get a few shots on the opposition moving around. That was quite optimistic, but now they are going to be happy with their position. They have the apartments next to the school. Of course, if you know these buildings well, it is pretty easy to guard them against, opposing forces. But the question is, how long can they stay there? Because the circle might take a little bit of a shift. Well, it could go anywhere. I want to see.
That was close.
Wait.
Oh, my lord! That was a 720! That was a 720 flip!
He gets it back on all 4 wheels, and Rafa is going to make a run for it, but he's going to come under heavy fire. That micro Uzi is not going to be enough. He switches to Bison.
How did he survive that?
Is going to be literally really upset right now.
He was no.
Look at the smile on Rafa's face right now. He knows it. He knows it.
He knows it. And you know what? Honestly, even the guy who was shooting at him, I think he's going to be kind of happy that the buggy didn't run over him. It went past him like an inch away from his face.
What happened was I was actually looking at the other monitor at the map feed, and I just saw something whiz past, and I was like, whoa, what was that? But right now, Muffin is going to be focusing on Steel Shot. Gets a few shots up, but Steel Shot acts quicker. Of course, that Uzi with a high rate of fire is going to do all the damage. Muffin, he is going to bleed out. No respite coming in from him. In fact, the meme is going to go in thinking that maybe he wants to run the opposition over. Now, Jivan Crazy is looking on from behind, but looks like he's been spotted, and the meme is going to lay down some lead in his direction.
Muffin Man is unfortunately no more. And, well, like I said, Crazy is Z1 Crazy. Z1 Crazy is in a bit of a pickle, and Kurukre is far away as well. ASC looking a little lost, and I don't really blame them. They've had a pretty rough campaign. I mean, great job from them to qualify for the finals, but it hasn't really been their weekend, so to speak. But, even if we're going to go out in the bottom half of the table, they want to go down a little bit with style and a little bit with both guns in your hands, guns akimbo, going down with a bang. But if that's going to happen or not, we're going to be finding out later on. PN crew has already managed to make their way almost towards Yasnaya. That could get tricky because DRS is lying in wait, and Deadeye's guys are as well heading in their direction.
Now, since we do have the map open, my eyes are pretty much at one place. Any guesses? Any guesses? They are on the move. Yes, sir. The convoys are on the move. Elementrix looks like they could be posting up. In fact, this time around, they are going to be taking those high ground houses. Looks like they could be in a collision course. One second. Be very quiet, as all the enemies are going to be around you. I wonder if anybody has watched a lot of Warner Brothers. You should know where that is from, but Jivan Crazy, they are going to be looking for him. Looks like they're going to give up on that search party, but now Jivan Crazy, I know he's got an itchy trigger finger, I know that, but right now Heaven is going to be laying down some lead in Shifu's direction. Well, not Shifu, Mr. Heyozu, I do beg your pardon. However, Elementrix are just going to drive on by.
They aren't going to drive on by. There's no point really taking this fight. ASL, they are playing the edge of the circle. They are being the gatekeepers for the time being. T2K, as usual, very late to... Not usual, actually. Usually they're way more faster rotating in from the bridge, but this time they're taking their time. They haven't budged yet. Leon, well, he's going to have to fall back a couple of feet. He's going to team up with the rest of his team. They all have the vehicles as well. And Chari's getting shot at. And, whoa. Okay, Elementrix, they want to take the fight to ASL. This is interesting. They are really hungry to win this particular duel against, well, the Kings of the Hill, the Kings right now, who are the only team to have crossed over 200 points. They have pretty much solidified that first position, but you know what? They're looking for more.
They are looking for more indeed, but I'm kind of confused by Elementrix's playstyle right now, and usually they are the ones who want to try and gatekeep the opposition, especially since they were the first at the scene, but they are going to be overtaken, and now the circle is going to move, and, well...
D2K haven't crossed the bridge.
They haven't crossed it yet. They are taking it way too safe, and, well, the circle is going to implode in on itself. The mansion is pretty much at the epicenter of all this action. We still have Yasnaya in contention, but Joker over here is going to be swatted out by blah, blah, blah. He does take him down. Jari is going to be taken down in a flurry of bullets, although he did knock and finish blah, blah, blah just moments ago. Now the Kings are under fire. Mr. Hyozu has sensed a little bit of hesitancy. He is going to go in for the kill. He does see Heaven. He's going to aim. He shoots, connects, and knocks him down to the ground. Now Leon is going to be the last man standing. Oh, he's got his work cut out. He has been spotted as well. Of course, that car is going to give him cover, but only for so long. Expect a couple of grenades to be lobbed, but I do believe Mr. Hyozu is going to be low on that count.
Did Joker just get... he got taken down by the vehicle, and I think ASL are going to meet an early grave. The number one team go down in the very last position.
1
now,
point.
The thing is, I don't think they're going to be too chuffed about it. You want to end on a good note, but still, I think the lead they have right now is pretty much unsurmountable for any of the other teams. But you know what? A good team wipe coming out from Team Elementrix. As in the meantime, Future Station, well, they are in a world of pain. From far, far away, bullets getting riddled in their direction. And Capshi's going to provide a little bit of, well, not cover fire, just providing a little bit of eyes for his teammate while the res will be taking place.
I do like the crater that they're in. It is going to give them cover from all sides because they are currently engaged with CZ High Voltage. Little do they know, Deadeye's guys are moving in, and there you have it. I expected this. I expected a barrage of grenades. Capshi almost getting knocked out. The meme is going to be low on HP. Rated, sir, and on top are going to be lighting up the enemies. That grenade is just a bit too far off. Now, on top, expect him to come in from the right flank. Well, that is what I was expecting elsewhere. Skylight's YT has knocked himself out, and, well, oh, he fell down, and Mr. Hyozu ran him over. Ouch!
This is vehicular manslaughter, left, right, and center. The problem right now for Future Station, you say they have a nice little crater over there. It could be Crater of Doom.
It is a Crater of Doom.
They are pincer from 2 teams.
But the fact that Cooney and his teammates kind of shot a few bullets in D's direction, they kind of backed off. That could be a massive grenade, which we just saw. Expect a boom to go any second, and, well, no one is going to be taken down with it. This is going to be a hot pursuit. They know Jane is going to be hurt. Sonam is going to get off. He's going to train his gun at the water. He might just see Jane run inside. Oh, he's going to be in the ground, and Jane has been spotted out and put down to his knees, and with that, in a flurry of bullets, he has been taken out from this game. So T2K, well, they finally did cross the bridge, but they've already lost a man.
And Future Station are basically, well, they're unfortunately living through a recreation of D-Day, where they're in the trenches and getting naded.
You see all the BRDMs around as well. This is a war zone, my friend.
Kapshi, he's gonna, well, okay. High Voltage seem to be opting to get the hell out of there, and interesting.
Wow, there's a drop coming in as well. They're like, all right, Future Station.
That's something they're not going to be going for right now. Not right now, when they have no idea that their opponents have opted to evacuate the premises. And they're going to be very, very, very careful in order to creep out. They look around, and Capture's like, wait, there's no one nearby? And there's an AWM with those .300 Magnum bullets and an 8x scope and some level 3 goodies.
I mean,
they can't go for it. They can't go for it.
Play. Someone needs to go for it. Because we did see Leon pick it up in the last game, but I did not see a single AWM shot. But right now, Deadeye's guys are going to be going up against Stalwart Esports. Nades are going to go out. Malik almost getting knocked off his feet. That was a good grenade coming in from Wadu. However, it was just a bit awry. Now the circle has kind of shifted a bit towards the northeast, just south of Yasnaya Polyana. But right now, Blade moves in. DE are going to make a move for it. Expect them to be shot at from behind. Are they going to take someone down? Looks like Blade is now going to focus his attention instead on Future Station. But a couple of stray bullets do find their mark, but Wadu is going to make it to safety.
They will. I like that. I like the call from Deadeye's guys over there. They're like, we're outside a safe zone right now. It's not worth bleeding out so many players just taking a fight, which in the bigger scheme of things won't really matter. Take a look at the circle, ladies and gents. We have ASE way at the bottom. T2K have finally moved. They're finally at the farm. They're so late in the rotations, but they're going to be finding no contestation, or at least on their pathway for the time being. Elementrix as well, south of Milta. But if you look at the safe zone, oh, Deadeye's guys, they're pretty comfortable right now. The only problem right now here, XP, if they are pincered or pinned down in this compound and the circle doesn't favor them, they're in...
Well, Future Station thought they were safe because Deadeye's guys left them, Venom Legends left them, but right now we have Stalwart Esports coming into play as well. They're like, wait a second, what's happening in this crater? Tamim gets taken down, Blade is going to go in for the kill, takes down Machine, captures the last man standing, only for so long, sliver of HP, and he's finally put to the ground, and as the smoke plumes come out from their crates, this team is going to be going out, and that's it. Bye-bye, Future Station. You did say the future did look bleak.
It was looking bleak, and unfortunately that that little crater turns out to be a mass grave for the team. Abood is going to get a kill, and the knock and the kill onto Z1 Crazy from ASC. And Skites, the past couple of days I've been enjoying watching them. They have been taking duels left, right, and center, and above and below as well. ASC getting chased down by Elementrix, and they're going for the drive-by.
That is the right time for the card to flip.
Has to go for the barrel roll, sorry, Kurkure rather, and he will still manage to recover. And they will make their escape for the time being. Circle's going to be shrinking in further. You know what's interesting for me? Stalwart Esports are going to be pincered by Deadeye's guys and Team Bubloop. However, that's not going to happen right now. We have another drop taking place. Hopefully, this one should be on a team.
This is going to be a Grotha.
Sure.
Yep. Oh, an AUG. Pretty close. Different caliber bullets. But let me tell you one thing.
Rifle.
You did see that Stalwart Esports could be in trouble. But you know what? The cherry on the cake could be? They could actually go and pick up that AWM.
This is dropping right on top of Venom Legends.
Are they going to take it, though? Because, again, see, once the drop is falling down from the heavens above, everyone sees that red smoke pluming out, which means, well, positions could be given away. But right now, we still have a little bit of a stalemate, as Team Bubbloo definitely have an idea what Stalwart Esports is. Expect Baba to be shot at. In fact, he does take a few shots, but the vehicle is going to cover him up. I think he did go for that drop over there.
I feel Bubbloo should take this fight. You know why? Stalwart Esports' position is very hard to defend against. They only have the vehicles for cover. Look at the nades being tossed and smokes being deployed as well. A lighter from Stalwart providing a little bit of a semblance of cover.
Beautiful. Yep.
But the thing is, smokes are not walls. Bullets will go through them. And nades being tossed in return by Bubbloo. But look at Stalwart pushing on in. Vehicles on their feet as well. Lovely stuff. But can they hold off the onslaught from Team Bubbloo, who are battling for a top 3 spot right now?
They are battling right now. Now they're battling for their lives up against Stalwart Esports, as it is going to be on this little hill. Molly gets taken down with a big grenade by Danny. In fact, Tyrant comes in from behind and seals the deal. Baba is going to be low on HP as well. Rafat elsewhere is going to knock out Girls, and I'm going to focus over here. Zibian moves around the tree. He needs to move in. Again, smoke. You see smoke. You shoot at it. That is human nature. Oh, Baba realizes the people are going to be running right around him. In fact, Danny has just crossed him. Expect to be shot in the back. He does. Zibian gets taken down. Tyrant gets taken down. Danny gets taken down. Baba is on a rampage. This man just knocked out 3 members, and now he goes up against the last man, Teen Wolf. Up against Baba. Can he do it? He can! Oh my goodness, the studio has erupted right now as Baba is on a rampage, knocking out an entire team.
Who's your daddy?
Wow!
Bubbloo gets decimated, annihilated, one man, and Baba is his name, and that is going to be it for Team Bubbloo. Their chances of making it to the global championship, it just dissipated in a matter of seconds. What a play.
My heart wants to leap out of my chest right now, Blade. Baba, take a bow. What a play. The patience. He let all 3 of them go past him, shot them down in the back, and then went up against Teen Wolf with a sliver of HP. Amazing play. But right now, PN Season is going to be under fire as on top. Has spotted him out. In fact, almost did knock him out, but Blade... Oh my goodness.
Take a breather. You know what?
I am going to let you talk for a second.
I'm
going to take a sip of water, and well, I need some Mountain Dew. I need my energy back up. Woo!
All right. That happened. Okay, that happened, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even hear myself. I think I might have gotten a little deaf there from everyone yelling, including myself.
I do apologize.
No, 100% deserved, because that was the play of the day. That was the play of the day. As we take a look at the standings, right now, Bubbloo. They're out of here.
They're done for.
They're done for. I call it.
That is the end of the road, the end of the line for Team Bubbloo. And they were so close, yet so far away.
Close, but Team Bubbloo, the representatives from Pakistan, unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye to them. But we're not quite done yet. There are still a couple of storylines remaining, and Nade right above Gunner. And he's going to take a bit of shrapnel damage. He will head on back, though.
I like the fact that we have a little change of terrain this time around, as we are going to have the final circles just north of Shelter. In fact, the prison is going to be in play as well, and I just love this area. I love the fact you have so many opportunities to, you know, make up different angles, use rocks for cover, pick fights on multiple fronts. But right now, Jean Mara have their sights set on A1 Esports as they are going to try and fend off an attack. Lucky for them, nothing is going to be behind them, so they have to be a little careful. But Extreme, wait a second, Extreme gets taken down by the play zone. So it looks like one of their members was left far behind, and now Jean Mara are going to be reduced to a 3-man squad. And have a look at that circle. We are going to have the prison in play. Stalwart Esports out in the 11th with a good 8 kills to their name.
Deadeyes, guys, smack center. If there's one chance, one shot, one opportunity for them to qualify for the global championships, now is the time for them to rise and shine. For the time being, they're going to be safe. But the problem with the Watchtower is, while you can see a lot of people from afar, a lot of people can see you as well. Gunner, in the meantime, is going to take to find Sandesh, and Sandesh out in the open has got a little bit of cover over there, and Gunner's going to be tapping a few bullets, and Sandesh is in a bit of a pickle, and like I said, Jifu, you got to be wary. They're bullets from above, and I do believe that is from Elementrix, or no, that's actually from Season. And On Top's taking the fight. On Top's running up.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know Season does the right thing. He hasn't budged a second right now. Not a single muscle moved over here. He might throw a grenade, and if he does get that grenade in that window, it could be devastating for Deadeyes, guys. Deadeyes, guys, need to span out a bit more because they are in a Wizard Tower as we do see them, or the God Tower as I like calling it. But this hill on the side is going to give them so many angles, as you just mentioned moments ago. But right now, as we are going to see this little stalemate, remember, Season is the last man standing for P and Crew, so he has to be really, really careful. Elsewhere, Venom from T2K is going to open up on 7C as Memo gets taken out, but Hungry Box retaliates with a knock on Frankie.
A knock on Frankie. They need more than that as Elementrix and A1. Again, A1 right now placed third, 178 points. 7C is 174. A1 need kills. They need kills. And the nades are going to come raining in. Elementrix is orange, taking a bit of damage, but he's alive and kicking. 7C's Memo, meanwhile, gets taken out by the play zone, which is a bit problematic. Sinister going to be inside of the vehicle. They're going to be heading inside of the compound, looking to fortify themselves, trying to get some control of the buildings, which is exactly what's going to happen. The thing is, Elementrix are above on the cliffs, where the zone is still favoring them, but they have no way down. That could be a problem. A boot from Skyte's going to find Orange. Hayozu's going to get dropped as well. Orange will be finished off, and Skyte out of nowhere, they have slain them. As Ghost's not going to stop, he's going to attack T2K as well. And Skyte's out of nowhere, 4 kills, and T2K, goodbye. It was nice having you.
It was nice having them indeed, and Elementrix, we thought they were out, but they are still going to be survived by Sonim. Let's see if he can get his team a few extra possession points, but Hungry Box is hungry for more as he now knocks out Assassin off his feet. Means Kuni and his teammates are going to have some trouble. Ooh, that was a beautiful grenade. Wadu is going to capitalize on that kill.
Assassin, we saw what he did in the previous game. Unfortunately, he's not able to recreate the magic. And the nade will be it from him. And for High Voltage, they are in a world of pain. One player left.
He got it!
And Shifu just mowing the grass with the bullets. And with that, it is going to be actually DRS who steals the kills. Gyalzen finding a double, or at least one. And now this is the opportunity for Deadeye guys to relocate themselves. They need to move into a safer area, and that's exactly what they're going to do. You can take a look on the minimap. However, they need to be wary that Season from P and Crew is still alive.
The position just south of Season is where Deadeye's guys want to find themselves in, but they've got to be careful because Hungry Box is still alive from 7C. Fair is still alive from 7C, and these guys can do a lot of damage, but Sights are going to be moving in as well. Expect a fight to break out between Deadeye's guys and the boys from Sights. Now, Abooth has spotted the enemy. Saw him, the last member from Elementrix. Can he make it over Geronimo? He says, and jumps. Does make it to safety. However, down below, we have A1 Esports and Jean Mara as well. The final 8 teams, 23 people alive, 22 minutes into this game. This is going to be exciting. Abooth has to be careful, though. He does think he's safe as far as the right flank is concerned, but remember, Deadeye's guys are moving in from the left.
They are indeed. Gunner using a bit of the smokes to try and reposition himself. A1, again, like we've got to point out, they have control of that massive building, and that's a lot of windows to rattle off bullets from. On top's going to spot out a player, and it's going to be Fear versus Deadeye's guys. As Fear hasn't spotted out, he's going to get bullets, going to rattle off his Achilles heel, his knees, and his soul has evaporated. But a reply coming in from AJ. From DRS, he's going to take down one player that is rated from Deadeye's guys. Bleeding out. 7C's got eliminated. They're out of here. They just got 1 point as well.
They got 1 point and 1 for placement. But right now, let's have a look at AJ as he's going on the right rotation over here. This is going to be a big game for both teams. Galzan has been knocked out. Looks like Mafia Ninja could be in a world of trouble as well because there is still the enemy around him. On top, finally getting spotted out by Sight's Ghost. He is taken down in a jiffy as AJ is going to go ham on Shifu, knocking him down to his feet. Now DRS, they need to push in. They need to finish off Deadeye's guys before they take the fight uphill.
They do indeed. I'm telling you right now. Abrupt Slayers, DRS, and A1, they pretty much solidified the top 3 placing. There's one team remaining who can knock them down. That is Deadeye's guys. If they stay alive, they are still alive. They're still in the running, but Shifu is going to meet his doom. Rated Sir is bleeding out as well. Unfortunately, Deadeye's guys have been eliminated. And ladies and gentlemen, they get 6 points. They do get 6 points.
Lost the placement points. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's going to be enough. I don't know. It's going to be very, very close. But DRS and A1, if they can get enough kill points, if they can get the top 3 placing, a chicken dinner would be even better. It would be the cherry. It would be the icing on the cake as Mafia Ninja laying down lead onto Team Sky. Ghost and Razur, they are trapped behind the tree. But at the same time, while all of this is happening, PN Season, he hasn't budged for the past half an hour.
If I'm not wrong, Abrupt Slayers had a 29-point lead over DRS before Game 4. Looks like DRS are going to be trying pushing in hard. They already have 12 kills to the name, if I'm not mistaken. PN Season! How is this man still alive? But he does have his work cut out for him as he now has to move inside the circle. And, well, chances are it is going to be a bit too late. But elsewhere, we are down to the final 16. 17 teams still alive. Jean Mara are still holding on. A1 Esports are still holding on to the position. And as luck would have it, the zone has shifted in their favor.
Don't forget about Sonim. He went for that Hail Mary leap of faith over the cliffs with that buggy, and he is in a very comfortable spot indeed, in sight of the circle, unless I'm very much mistaken, and the zone is going to be shrinking in even further, and the blue is going to be dealing out a lot of damage, a lot of pain. 6 teams still in the running, 17 alive, and they're waiting for the zone to shrink in the next 10 seconds, and mind you, in the next 30 seconds, we're going to be down to maybe 3 teams, if I'm not very much mistaken. DRS, they need to make a move, but Skies are doing a fantastic job keeping them at bay. Razur rattling up bullets, using the tree as cover. He's going to deal a bit of damage, and it's getting shot at from multiple angles. Somehow Razur is still alive. The Phobia is going to drop Ninja, but Mafia Ninja replies back onto Phobia. AJ is going to find Ghost, and suddenly Skies, they might be down to just 2 players. Razur bleeding out. Mafia Ninja running in to try and get the res onto Nima in the smoke, but Razur, he wants to finish his fight. He wants to take them down right now. He's taking a fight, but he's going to get peeked together. Will be mowed down, finished off, and right now it is going to be a 3v3. Skies still do have the advantage, but time is of the essence, and they're getting mowed down, taken down. Galzan's going to find Ghost, and that is going to be Sky getting knocked out of the tournament, off the event, and off the map, and we're down to the final 4 teams and 12 alive.
12 alive, and had a booth over there just aimed down the side. He might have actually gotten a couple of members from DRS, but it looks like DRS are still going to be a 4-man squad. Mafia Ninja on his knees, not for so long. Gyalzan and Nima are going to be moving down south. Remember, they have to jump in at some point or the other. Wait a second, that was quick. That was quick. DRS Gaming just lost Nima, but look at the kills. 16 kills to their name already now. Gyalzan, they need to fight cover to make at least one of their members come inside the circle. This is going to be a last-ditch effort for that team as A1 Esports are looking good. Sonim is still alive and is still not backing out from a fight.
He has not been spotted, and everyone's going to be wondering how the hell do we have 4 teams alive inside of the circle? It is going to be the final one. It is going to be the final duel on the cliffs from above, delivering death, destruction, and pain. Is DRS Gaming. They have been on a rampage, on a wrangle. 16 kills. It could be 17. Zero Fear somehow does a dance macabre and avoids the bullets. But how long can he do this tango? John Mara, a couple of them, 1 player I do believe on his knees. The rest should be coming in, and DRS in a little bit of lull of action. This is an opportunity to head on down, but the circle actually might be favoring them.
And dude, I'm not even joking right now. DRS already have 16 kills. If they win this chicken dinner, if they get a few more kills, they could actually win the entire thing. They are going hard. This Mafia Ninja does get Gunner, and that is going to be a confirmation. That means 17 kills now. If they go over 20, we are going to see the big 2-0. We might just see ASL being toppled over. Giro Fair has been spotted out. A grenade is coming up, and the grenade does connect. AJ on his knees. Giro Fair coming in. He wants to make sure he puts these teams on the ground. He gets another Galzan, goes down. He is going to shoot. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Giro Fair, this man has no fear, and there we have it. We were just talking about a team that could win it all. Sonim, they have been wiped out.
Hold on. Sonim got a knock as well, and A1's out. A1's out. Sonim all alone, holding on for his team, and it is now a 1v1 because Wang is bleeding out. His teammates nearby, and Sonim inside of the house. He knows there's only 1 player remaining. It is going to come down to the 1v1 to decide which team is going to get the final final. The final chicken dinner of PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia.
I mean, my heart is racing 100 miles an hour right now as Sonim is going to move in. Giro Fair comes in well. He drops down like a god. He's going to move around. Sonim does know where he's coming from. The Uzi is in his hands. A little bit of a pre-fire. A flashbang is going to be deployed.
No way.
There we have it. Sonim comes in. The Uzi goes in deep. Wow! Jean Mara have done it. Jean Mara have done it. And one man is the one who is going to be the star. And that man is the man without fear. Giro Fair winning the last game for his team. Wow!
Oh my lord. Okay, listen.
I mean,
listen.
I'm done.
Okay, we need a
Wow.
breather here.
I'm not done because of this. What a game, Blade.
Okay.
What a game.
All right. We still don't know for sure who the top team is, but right now, John Mara, they at least get something to the name. A fantastic chicken dinner in the end, the 1v3 clutch. It looked like DRS were going to run away with it. It looked like it was going to be a 20-kill game. But then Zero Fear says no. He lives up to his name. They get the chicken dinner. My mind is blown. My eardrums are blown. And I am depleted because that took everything out of me.
That took everything out of me as well, and I might have popped a few eardrums, but that is part of the game. What an amazing, amazing game we had, Play, and well, this is going to be the end, isn't it?
It's the end. I am shedding a tear. You can't probably see it, but unfortunately, that is it from XP and myself. But we're not done yet. We don't know what the final standings are, and to find that out, stay tuned, because after a very short break, we have the analyst desk to break everything down.
For the final time, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia Season 2. And that game, I mean, what was that coming into the action? Minds are blown, eardrums are done for. And it was an amazing way to end this final match. But I'm going to ask my analyst, Fixes and Ocean.
Yeah.
What happened?
You know,
Everything.
I told you. Ocean, I told you all. It is going to come down to the final game. That one fight, that one moment. DRS versus Dead Eyes. I think that was the decider.
That was a decider point. We were about to see the big 2-0. The big 2-0 was just out there, but it was snatched away. It was snatched away because there was one guy who had zero fear.
All right. So we are going to find out the name of the teams that made it from here to the Global Championship and how the monies go. But before that, we have to look at other things. Starting off with the MVP for this match, ladies and gentlemen, DRS Mafia Ninja. And well, the way DRS played, I guess this guy gets to say that's how the Mafia works.
You know, they are champions from my heart. I do not know what happens on the overall standings. With the way DRS played in the final game, with the way they lived up to the hype, with the way they performed, I mean, that was amazing.
Look at this. Someone has more damage, someone has more survival time, but this guy's skills are actually killing it on the field. Just a little. So there will be someone with 860, maybe 870.
It might be from the same team.
You never know, right? We will be seeing that with the top 5 players because, you know, kills get you somewhere. That's where $5,000
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's have a look at the top players right now. And, well, we are... Well, yeah, they are. So... All right. Yeah, someone on top, sir, has more damage, slightly. 869 to the 837 of Mafia Ninja.
But look at Giropia. This guy was the main reason that there was a demise. 6 kills to his name as well.
And he lives up to his name as well. Giropia had zero fear facing the squad of DRS.
How on earth do you do that? A team that has been dominating, you see them on the kill leaders, constantly annihilating every single squad. And then you started off with one single grenade, and then you get the cojones to just ram in from the low ground, go to the high ground. It was beautiful. From the AUG till the Uzi, the way he switched it around.
I mean,
I'm spellbound.
Mafia Ninja was scout for his team. Think about that as well. And he was the MVP.
Exactly. Let's have a look at the standings for this game now, ladies and gentlemen, and see where does this match get, or how many points does this game get DRS. Oh, 8 placement points, 17 kills, 25 points in total. That is incredible.
You know, but in the last game, it was a game which splurred emotions. It was a lot of things.
Yeah.
Hearts breaking, you know, hearts pumping. Everything was there. Every single action you could have anticipated was there. Right from Team Bablu to an early exit from their nemesis. That was a, oh my goodness, Talbot. Oh my goodness, Baba, you beautiful lad. Why did you keep all the best games till the final game? I mean, had he done that right from the start, we could have seen, you know, Team Stalwart getting into the GC.
That is the same man who was the reason for his team to go to the previous World League.
Yeah.
He is an amazing, amazing player, and we got to see that once again, but I agree with you. Why save it till the very last game?
And against a team like Blue Ocean, you've got to give us something on
I'll give you the stats. I mean, Bauer Black Sheep, have you any kills? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Right on the hills. That's what was happening. 194 smokes and nades from the whole lobby, if we talk about it. 58 kills just coming in.
Ocean, I hate you for saying that. That is the second time this year you're saying that.
Yeah. I know, but still, 13 headshots is coming in as well. And it kind of just comes down because that guy had 6 kills out of these 50.